It's 13th August 2023. Yes, I need to shook my head, come and sharply make a quick acknowledge the people because the people with the comment section never plenty. But you quick do that one sharply so that we can take on the videos that we have right here. Thank you very much, my people. I would like to quickly appreciate mother of all, Mommy the Aspira. Mommy, we love you. Thanks for joining us. Good evening to you and happy Sunday to you. I can see Tony South is right there with us. Austin Prince, thanks for joining us. Good evening to every one of you. Nikki Ogo, thank you very much. God bless every one of you. Please do your part. Do your part. If you can hear my voice right now, help us to press on the like button. We have a lot to talk about today. Trust me, Mona Noves say I late to Mona Noves. I know why they be now, but did not be firewood. All right, okay. Pastor Chris don't talk for this matter. Hi God. And I don't say Pastor Chris that my pastor. I serve Christ Embassy for years, right? I was the head of Usher and I was assistant head of cell meeting. I've heard talking before for years. Yes, in Bristol. For some of you listening to me right now from Bristol, you know what I'm talking about. So when I was actually moving out of Bristol to where I live in Cambridge, then my church they miss me because it's just like what I'm doing for Peter Obi today. Anything where I put my hand, now if I not be hand that they put on, now head that they put on. Yes, if you know me, I'll put on for head. Even you will get the matter, when they say, don't do. So now so me day. So I served the church, I served Pastor Chris, I served, in fact, I did everything for my heart. You know, so Pastor Chris, whenever I stay Washington tomorrow, although as I come to Lagos, I can't start to the go House of Rock. House of Rock, now I can't go and all that. But Pastor Chris na person, you know, say Pastor Chris, I don't say as a pastor. I see Pastor Chris as a teacher. I don't know how you see him. Now make me say now, as me see him, I'm entitled to it. I don't know about you. Me see Pastor Chris as a teacher. So he's not like a pastor. Yes. So because I say as a teacher, till tomorrow, I did listen to him. Till tomorrow, because I'm learning a lot from him. I can't surprise say, my pastor talk about this matter for the past few days now, 2 or 3, 4 days ago. Me no know. How is this possible? I said, no. Make I carry on. Make I can give you now. Okay, see on CXL, God bless you. I don't know, say you get the same perception with me. Yes, na teacher, me say as teacher. Yes, you know, because he get the way they do it thing. So I'm a very, very consecrated follower of his, you know. So yes, he's a teacher. As I see this video, I can say, no, una go hear him. I can't cut that particular part. When you talk about Niger, when you talk about Tinubu, although you not mention Tinubu name, and you need to be wise to know where our pastor they talk they go. Our pastor went as far, Pastor Chris Oyakhilome went as far by saying, una say una they fight for country. May they restore what they call democratic elected or whatever president. He can say, the people say no. This is what we want for our country. Then why are you interfering? Our pastor talked that way. I say, wow, this guy is full of wisdom. You know, saying these Ecowas of a thing, they are very selfish people. They created this Ecowas on scam, on fraud, on deception. You know why? In case anything want to go against them, not in case anything want to go against the people. In case anything want to go against them, they will team up because of the power and the money they have to use against the people. All this why we don't know, Sha. Me don't know. Now this time, Peter Obi don't open everybody eye. In fact, all this thing way they happen. So now, if once I give credit to God, now Peter Obi. Now Peter Obi open my eye, open your eye, open our eyes. Even the satanic APC and their satanic followers, although we have some followers where they follow the way they taught the truth, but the ones where it's satanic for his side, Peter Obi still open their eye, although they are not accepting it. Peter Obi can open everybody's eyes. Let people know, say, it is your right to take your country. It don't take away these people, they use us. If you look at now, Westerners, they don't like Peter Obi. Westerners not one if will become president. Oh, okay, they say Westerners, where some of them they say, "Mo cry, may Westerners do this one." Westerners don't want Peter Obi. That's just the fact. They don't want him. You get why? Because if Peter Obi enter, many doors go lock. Yeah, my people, we have a lot of this to show to you guys today. Thank you very much. I can see God's Vision TV just joined us. Thank you. God bless you all. Samson Moroyi, I can see you. Kalista Shiere, I can see you as well. Festus Igbinamaya, good evening to every one of you, my good people. Press on the like button and help us to share. Press on the like button, help us to share. All right. I might post out a link now. Should I post it now or later? Okay, may I ask my people once more? May I post link now or later? Somebody complain, say when you post them, we not call the logo. Wait. We will not know until they finish your presentation. Just follow the presentation. Once we are done with presentation, that's when we normally post link. Although randomly, we still they post them, you know. Come on, post them now. Okay. I don't see one person say now. Okay. Maurice, you can see you just coming in right now. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, some say later. Okay, I don't get two later, only one now. All right. Later, two later, one now. You know, thank you very much. Somebody said Abami Eda. He said Nigeria was waiting, you know plenty. As never say Nigeria not go work. Okay. Nigeria go work. I believe so. I believe in Nigeria. No worry. I believe. You know, thank you very much. Okay, many people said, okay, I have two more people saying now, and the later is more. Okay, later. All right, let me present one or two videos, then I'll post it so that people can join us. Today go hot. We have a lot to talk about. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. But I would like us to start with Lagos State. You know, not say as we they challenge the presidential election. Now, so Badebo, they challenge the governorship election in Lagos. And it don't get off for Lagos. I put one eye to the watch the app for Lagos as well as I put all body for the presidential. You know, you remember I say we still fight heavily for Badebo. But now, and I wait to make on the year and I see certificate, fish, forgery, fake certificate, Bala blue and everything. Now because the year, so I would like more quickly here within the one for here. Busy Bone just coming in. Goodness, thank you very much, Veronica Obano. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Thank you. In case I don't mention your name, Rita Godwin. Thank you, Perpetual the Queen, and God bless all of you right there, my people. Thank you. Press on the like button and help us to share. Make we hear what they happen for Lagos. The way they go, so if the judiciary are ready to do the right thing, we are going to have two nullification. Tinubu will be removed, while Sanwo-Olu will be removed if the judiciary do the right thing. No. But if they don't do the right thing, then the wahala go dey. Now the presidential one, I will focus poor body. But you know, say as Lagos will do the tough small now. I can say, make I quickly your bring this one. I might remind you now how we start that journey that time. Meanwhile, let's listen to this. After this, play one more. Then I'll post link before I go play our pastor own. I'm not going to play Pastor Chris own yet. I want to make my people there with us. Daniel, I can see you right there. Amafone, thanks for joining us. God bless you all. Mr. Rita Okuns, thanks for joining us. Uchi Samuel, thank you very much. God bless you all. Divine Cross, and God bless you, my people. Thank you. Press on the like button. Press on the $sign. Share. Join our membership. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And let's say remain one. I never remember that. I'll talk on later. All right, let's listen to this, my people.
And Olajide Adediran, also known as Jandor, from the People's Democratic Party, are seeking the disqualification of Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his deputy Obafemi Hamzat, who were jointly declared winners of the governorship poll by the election management body INEC last March. While Adediran insists that Hamzat was not qualified to contest the election because he had renounced Nigeria's citizenship to fully take up that of the United States willingly, Rhodes Vivo is asking the tribunal to invalidate APC's victory for non-compliance with the Electoral Act 2022 and INEC's guidelines. On Saturday, their lawyers took turn to present respective final written argument ahead of the tribunal judgment. Clement Onwenwuno, who represented the People's Democratic Party, argued in his final written address that Governor Sanwo-Olu lacked a secondary school leaving certificate and therefore was not qualified to have contested the governor's position.
You cannot be a candidate for an election if you are not qualified, if you are not properly sponsored by the political party. We've also been able to show before the court that if you submit any false certificate to INEC, then you'll be disqualified. And we've been able to show before the court, for instance, that Exhibit P36, which is the GCO level certificate tendered by His Excellency, submitted by His Excellency to INEC, was false. And although he denied submitting that certificate to INEC, but INEC in court testified.
Okay, my people, I better make a quick shook man for this matter. Una here, you see, these people, let me tell you something that you guys don't understand. This is why, you know, some people might not like whenever I say this. This is why for someone like me, I'll continue to give credit to Mr. Peter Obi. When Sanwo-Olu came in his first tenure, you and I don't know about whether they call certificate or whatever. He become a governor because it was imposed and all that. Then he become a governor. Then we moved on. The second term in office, that when there, the Odunga show, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi, I don't know what him and they call him. You know, as in show, I can open everybody eye. So person don't do 4 years complete, bata before we can do say, as if you take complete the 4 years certificate, know your day. Wow. You don't say, where would they fold our hands? So, will you go vote? No, follow up again, will you rest? This 2023 open everybody eye. Now, as the company say you not get certificates, according to what they talk to, Babajide Sanwo-Olu can't deny, say, no, he not submit any certificate like that to INEC. Me no know what happen. INEC can't sleep, they can't forget themselves. As they forget themselves, they give Peter Obi 25% for Abuja. Why did they try make a pepper ram? They can't forget themselves. Make I pray today. Any man or a woman planning for my downfall, planning for your downfall, planning for our downfall, may God give them public disgrace to leave a loophole. A loophole means a trace that can trace them and give them that public disgrace in Jesus' name. Amen. Because if you see them now, most cases, our enemies will be planning. In case you are not getting it, our enemies, they plan. No, not say they not they plan. You don't know, say that they plan. While they are planning, they go leave a trace. Maybe sometimes only one trace. But they go check so many times, just like proofreading of your assignment and all that. You don't check everything. You say you don't perfect. You constantly say, when teacher mark and they'll see the error, when you don't proofread more than 300 times, now so they be. Okay, see them now. INEC made mistake. The pepper Peter Obi for every area, but they can't make mistake, give out 25% where Tinubu they talk about anarchy put so, right? Okay, check the same INEC. Baba say Jide Sanwo-Olu don't go talk and for court say he not submit anything like that. Trust me. This one what they talk so go get closed door meeting, oh, secrecy and all that. Oh. But INEC can't come. The day when they bring INEC can't say to actually he actually submitted it. What did they happen? Why INEC can't do Babajide Sanwo-Olu like this? Listen to this. Let's move on.
Which is the GCO level certificate tendered by His Excellency, submitted by His Excellency to INEC, was false. And although he denied submitting that certificate to INEC, but INEC in court testified that that certificate was presented by the governor in 2018.
Una hear am? Babajide don't, maybe some money don't enter pocket. He don't tell they say, that's all go do, and they say, yes, sir, yes, sir. That's all go do, yes, sir. He can't go court or I take one. He said never. There's no trace in anything like that at all. Then they come someone and come court. And they can say, actually, Babajide submitted this fake certificate to us in 2018. I'll be 2019 at the talker just now. Because, hey, when I still remember the way the same INEC, I say INEC, I don't know, no, their witness, APC witness, can't talk for court for presidential PEPT tribunal. When the court talk say, yes, that's why say everything be as it gets. Yeah, that $460,000, yes. It really happened to Ransha. It happened to, yeah, we just need to be actually. It really happened. They go against their principal for court. You see, that's what I call a trace. May God continue to give our enemies public disgrace. They must leave a trace. They must leave a trace where me and you go trace. Meanwhile, let's move on.
And although he denied submitting that certificate to INEC, but INEC in court testified that that certificate was presented by the governor in 2018 in the course of his first time in office. Now, we have demonstrated before the court that certificate tendered, issued by the grammar school from Ijebife, was false. And
now they're not going to know, say, it don't tell where these people, they divide Nigeria for our head. Listen to this video. Then after this video, I'll post out a link before we take on Pastor Chris.
Well, all the recent rumors of war arising from events in the Niger Republic seem to have distracted a lot of Nigerians from other matters of national importance, including the fact that Nigeria is slowly but steadily sliding towards insolvency and may even begin to default on our financial commitments if there is no remarkable change in the short term. The latest warning sign is that the country may shortly lose as much as 40% of our $134.1 billion foreign reserves because of inability to repay loans obtained by the Central Bank of Nigeria. For greater introspection on this, we are now being joined from our Rise Abuja studios by Paul Alaje, an economist and financial affairs analyst. Good morning, Paul. Good to have you join us today on The Morning Show.
Good morning, and thank you so very much for having me.
All right, you're more than welcome. Well, let's talk CBN. Let's talk where we are, given that very important story, expose you might want to call it, by Business Day, citing data from CBN's 2022 report, which shows a number of exposure arising, of course, from borrowings that the Apex Bank has engaged in. Talk to us about the implication of this and how it might affect, of course, foreign loans, be able to service our foreign loans and every issue around it. Also touch on it for us. Is this also about the failure of oversight by the National Assembly, who ordinarily ought to have been on top of this for the entire 8 years that the regime of President Muhammadu Buhari lasted, and for which not a single time was a report presented to the National Assembly? Talk to us about it.
Yeah, thank you so much once again. First of all, I think it's a concern for all financial persons or those that play within the sector that as much as 40% of our foreign reserve is under security lending. Usually, central bank around the world can have security lending just for smooth operation, but this should be for a temporary period of time. And this should not take as much as 40%, which is, of course, very significant because that, of course, will be transferred back to the lender. But in the case of Nigeria, when we borrow this money and the lender wants the money back, then Nigeria should expect a more devalued naira. I will repeat, a more devalued naira. This is because what we have to defend the naira will now be lower by 40%. And that is why throughout under Emefiele, you notice that the central bank continued to intervene in the market, perhaps so that the international community, this kind of pressure will not be seen. Now, we have devalued, and a lot of implications for the recent devaluation. When we devalued, we are telling an average American or anybody in the world that have access to dollar that they can now buy more from Nigeria with less. That is the real meaning of devalue. Those outside can buy more with less. So if you have anybody, uncle, brother, friend, spouse, anybody abroad who has sent $1,000 before the devaluation announcement, they could buy anything worth more up to 400 and at official window less than 500,000. Today, they will buy nearly 700 or 1 million naira depending on the window. So here is the challenge. When we notice when the central bank foreign reserve is not sufficient to defend the exchange rate, the best advice central bank we get from financial experts, from international community, even from government sometimes that we have seen in recent time, is to further devalue. What is this all of this speaking to? We have poorly managed our reserves. We have poorly managed the foreign reserve of Nigeria. And of course, you are very correct when you spoke about the oversight function of the National Assembly. I think those in National Assembly are politicians. But what we have seen about 2 decades ago, we had the National Assembly have their own Economic Advisory Committee, which was shadow in nature. They were not really known to the public. They helped the National Assembly to investigate, to understand some of the policy the then Central Bank Governor, Chukwuma Soludo, made. But in the case of the current Central Bank, or the last 8 years, even those in executive that we know that they have the function to make economic better for the generality of Nigeria, we wonder if they had an economic team in place. You know, from 1999 till today, Nigeria never had horrible economic policy like we had in the last 8 years. So, and you can see the effect, the continuation of that effect even on the country. So,
for me, sorry guys, I have to pause that. Don't worry, I won't interrupt this video next after this. You see, for me, this guy, a lot of things he revealed, because I've watched this video today. A lot that he revealed on this video, I'm worried for his life, to be honest. Listen to yourself. Listen for yourself, sorry.
Here is it. I think the Central Bank of Nigeria have gone rather too far by pushing as much as 40% of the foreign reserve. And let me also say this borrowing is not free. It comes at a cost. And what are we going to use to pay back? The same hard currency, US dollars if you like. When you convert, it's still the same US dollars. What it means is that instead of using lower amount of naira to pay back for every dollar, we now need even more money, which means government needs to look for more, either in taxation or part of the revenue realized from crude or money realized from custom duties will be used to service monies that have been borrowed simply because we want the atmosphere to appear that all is well. Meanwhile, in the real sense, all is nowhere. That is why audit is important, and we recommend it should be done not later than on an annual basis, unlike what we have not seen in the last 8 years. The challenge ahead may be more because with nearly 40% of the reserve going, I think government will need to work really very quickly and know that as the foreign reserve may actually be on life support, because figures that have been quoted over the years has been between $38 to $34 billion. When you knock off 40% of that amount, the question is, can we still really, in the real sense, defend the naira as we claim that we can come back and intervene in the markets?
Yeah, I mean, that is actually my question. Can we really defend the naira? I'd like for you to just highlight that. And, I'd like for you to help us understand that distrust around the foreign reserves, despite the CBN delivering the much needed reform in floating the currency back in June. Now, you have said that we have poorly managed our reserves. Some analysts are saying that they don't even trust, like you have said, the numbers that the CBN is stating. I think you said $38 billion. I mean, currently they're saying it's about 34.1. Those analysts believe that this is contributing to the Apex Bank's inability to clear FX backlogs till date.
I agree completely. Like I said, the usual figure quoted by Central Bank has been between 34 to 38 billion dollars. We've never gone up more than that, and we have never seen something lower than that. In recent time, we saw the floating of Naira. In the real sense, what we saw was the valuation of Naira. The implication and expectation was that we are going to have investors come to Nigeria. The question is, 2 months going, third month, after that policy has been made, rather than having Federal Reserve impacted positively by having increase in our Federal Reserve total, what we are seeing is that the Federal Reserve is even getting more emaciated. And don't be surprised when this is happening. The parallel market will receive the pulse because there will still be rationing going on at the commercial bank and any other window people may want to access the FX. So people will go back to the parallel market. And what you saw in the parallel market is over 900 naira, arguably nearly 1,000 naira. Do I think that will stop in recent time? I doubt. This is because the original thing, the real thing we should do is to create to have an healthy reserve. So when government said they were going to leave the 14, it's like trying to unveil a masquerade of some sort without, and so now we are trying to paint it red, trying to get powder for like women we use, just to paint it very good. But when you unveil, everything we see what is right behind on the other side. And this is what we are witnessing. So, but you see, the real argument here will be that why do we consistently devalue? And the advice has been given to us by international community, and this is where I detour from a lot of conversation that is going on around there, especially in the media space, also on the pages of a newspaper. This is where I have a different opinion. And I think we need to research more to see why we need to be very careful in taking our decision. Most of the time, what people say is, whenever your reserve is going down or you notice that you are not able to perform your obligation, the next thing you do is to devalue. So each time we devalue, in the mid-80s, we devalued. 90s, we devalued. Early 2000s, we devalued. In 2007 to 2010, we devalued. Under President Buhari, we devalued. President Tinubu, our devaluation is even more than 50%. Here is
just somebody who don't spend 2 months. That's what I was waiting for. Somebody who don't spend 2 months. The devaluation is already more than 50%. Listen, guys. After you finish watching this video, you and I will now agree that if the judiciary refuse to remove Tinubu, $1 will be 10,000 naira. I don't say if I talk now, what is that what they talk for there? I not be your pastor, so you don't go believe me. If judiciary refused to remove this man in 2 months, just 2 months, less than 3 months in office, is already more than 50%. $1 will go to 10,000 naira. Why £1 will be staggering in 15,000 naira? Don't worry. Let's move on.
People say is whenever your reserve is going down or you notice that you are not able to perform your obligation, the next thing you do is to devalue. So each time we devalue, in the mid-80s, we devalued. 90s, we devalued. Early 2000s, we devalued. In 2007 to 2010, we devalued. Under President Buhari, we devalued. President Tinubu, our devaluation is even more than 50%. Here is it. Should we continue to practice the same method and hope that policy again ended up in failure? Why? Because when you say you want to do, you need to look at the forces of demand and supply. What will it cost people to take their money elsewhere and get a better value for it? So in the real sense, all the quick fixes approach don't work. What we need to do is, can we focus on production? And I would be very happy if President Bola Tinubu will think and rethink this economy to say what we need for our population is production, manufacturing, plantation, large-scale farming. It's not going to come by quick fixes of devaluing the naira. We have done that. What has changed? And you see, I spoke with your colleague, Mr. Omofai, when the policy of devaluation and removal of subsidy was made. I said before subsidy was removed that don't try to remove subsidy if your refineries are not functioning. A number of persons quickly responded by saying by July, we're going to see Dangote refinery come mainstream, or first week or second week of August. We have since passed July and we're in August now. So all of these, if you don't do the right policy, your foreign reserve, and you keep devaluing, your foreign reserve, we keep sending you memos. We keep sending you pressures, and you keep being pressurized because the right thing that should be done by government and those in authority have not been done even this moment today. Unlike what it used to be in the 50s, especially 56, 57, 58, today is not the case anymore. What happens? Because of abandonment, because of discovery of crude, because of discouragement, you know, across all sectors. And you can take Kaduna as example and relate it to the remaining part, you know, of the country. So here is it. If we don't produce and you consume, then you will remain indebted. If you don't produce and you consume, then your currency will be worthless. This is exactly what we are seeing. So how do we...
And Tinubu government and the previous satanic government, all they do is consume. This is why my principal, Mr. Peter Obi, said is going to take Nigeria from consumption to production. What these satanic people are doing is consume and share money and put prayers in people's in their colleagues' inbox to go for holiday. No wahala. Some of una go still cause us today for them because many of una way they listen to us and are not get sense. You are still defending the indefensible. Why you are defending these people, I don't know. God forbid, say me you don't get kidney problem today. You go die. Nobody go rescue you. But if these people get kidney or any kind of sicknesses in their body, they will fly with private jet. They'll come abroad. All right, let's move on. We are done. In the next 5 minutes, we'll be done with this video. God bless you all.
Say for 40, what happens? Because of abandonment, because of discovery of crude, because of discouragement, you know, across all sectors. And you can take Kaduna as example and relate it to the remaining part, you know, of the country. So here is it. If we don't produce and you consume, then you will remain indebted. If you don't produce and you consume, then your currency will be worthless. This is exactly what we are seeing. So how do we say for 40 million pupils, how do we close by ourselves, producing the fabric, 50% of them? Since we have made policy, even the least entry points as investment in Nigeria, which of course is the market, the portfolio investors. How many of them have been attracted into our economy since the policy has been made? This is because we have not solved the real problem. The real problem is production. The real problem is manufacturing. The real problem is supply side. It is that sector that will support the central bank to improve the value of Naira. Anytime we are focusing on having more operators, maybe fintechs, or having going back to the regime of BDC issuing licenses and so on and so forth, we are still going to have that gap between what is applicable at the official rate and what is applicable at the parallel market. We are still going to have the gap. So here is it. We must produce for us to significantly reduce what the FX rate is saying today.
Absolutely, from consumption to production. Thank you so much, Paul Alaje, an economist and a financial analyst. We've enjoyed this. Thank you so much.
Okay, my people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. You see, it's good. I want to thank that guy. His name is Paul Alaje. Thank you very much for coming around, because you are in Nigeria and you understand how it is. You know, when you come out to say it how it is, not everybody that will like you. Yes, not everybody that will like you and all that. So the current situation we find ourselves in Nigeria, like I said before, no, not believe me today, but I just talk my own. The only reason why what I am about to say right now will not come to pass is only when they remove Tinubu and satanic APC. If they refuse to remove them, $1 within a year, $1 will become 10,000 naira. Yes, you where they look me so way, you don't like what they talk, you go suffer them. Me go suffer. In fact, this suffering now don't get great though, in case you don't know. Yes, this is current situation right now for Nigeria. It don't get great. And some people they suffer and pass some people. And at this time now, people they flexible. So now, this time now, they flexible know who they live fake life before. people where they live fake life before, now we don't know them. Say, you know, fee maintain, you know, say it costs a lot of money for you to maintain the lifestyle of fake life. It costs a lot of money. It's not cheap. But at this moment, now they're not fit again. So we don't know them. So any high be, now all of us go suffer, but it can't get level. It can't get great. You know, go affect some of us like the way it go affect some of us. You understand what I'm trying to say? Let me post out a link for people to join me on the panel. Yes. Yes, you are right. You know, thank you, Madam Rita. I can see Kashi in the building. It's good to have you on the panel, on the comment section, Kashi. Thank you very much. God bless every one of you, Madam Rita, and many, many more right there. Nancy Amadasun, God bless you all. Good evening to you all. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on region. Yes, it's the truth. People, they live fake life now, we don't know them. You know, you not go feel cover them again because it costs lots, especially this particular situation all day now. It costs a lot. People they feel go they eat for mega chicken now, we know them. You know, not everybody they feel go mega chicken anymore. Because if you go mega chicken now, you order this, you order. In fact, some of you now, if you want to go mega chicken now for Nigeria, you know they carry your friends go again. Some of you they carry babe go mega chicken. I feel they let them try again. Because if your babe eat, you eat, they all give you a bill, they say 22,000 naira. And your head go big, you know. So if they go now, they ask you, say, where you they go? You'll say you want to reach the next street. Now lie, now food you want you go eat. That is the situation in Nigeria right now. You see, that is the current situation in Nigeria. Fake lifestyle doesn't work anymore in this Tinubu regime. So that's the link right there. Click on it. Join us here. Let's talk about it that's affecting us. Let my people join me on the panel. Then we can now listen to one Pastor Chris Oyakhilome. What you have to say on this. Listen to what Mr. Peter Obi have to say on this as well. And many, many, many more. I appreciate every one of you. I want to appreciate Mr. Joseph Orji. I'm just seeing this right now. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. You said Mr. Elvis, Peter Obi, all the way. Yes, so yes, that's why we are here. That's why we are here every day. Because it's the only man that can change our current situation. If not, we go nowhere. If you want to argue with me, don't worry. Argue with $1 to 10,000 naira. Don't argue with me. Not be me you go argue with. We'll get there. Thank you very much, my people. Madam Rita, I don't see you. Thank you. Madam Patricia, that's fine. Thank you very much. Madam Busy Breeze, I never see you. You know, thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Press on the like button. Help us to share. And also click on the $sign. Support what we are doing right here. Currently, we have about 1,400 people watching us. Guess what? The likes is very, very, in fact, extremely low. We only have 200 likes. 261 likes. My people more not they do ourselves like this now. We have 1,400. Nigeria Watch have 1,300 and something people watching us. We only have 268 likes. It's not good at all. To be honest, it's not good at all. How do you encourage me? For example, you cannot, if you know you cannot encourage me financially, I understand. But you encouraging me by liking or sharing, it doesn't cost you anything, right? Except then, now hatred. I'm not talking about the people where they forget to. I'm talking about the people where they deliberately say they not go like. And you are a Nigerian. For your mind now, you know, the weaponization of confusion and division that these satanic parties or leaders have caused between you and I, for your mind now, you say me and you the quarrel. For your mind now, you say I the fight for my pockets. You forget, say Nigeria is where they're born, you never get anything you don't enjoy for this Nigeria. Apart from the money where the satanic politicians, they give you, may take on other people's life or cause other people's pains. Press on the like button. Let's take the like at least to 700. We can have over about 1,400 people watching us. Our likes now, we are now staggering on 362 now. Just press it. The like is right there. It's a ton. It's other word is called thumbs up. Press on it, my people. Let's take that far. God bless every one of you. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much for your time with us. I'd like to accept the people in right now. Let me see the people that is with us. Your Mother Busy Brace, thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. Yes. Yes, I have all of you right here. Let me quickly, appreciate the people that I already have here. Thank you very much, Madam Rita. How are you doing today? Good evening to you.
Mr. Elvis, good afternoon. How are you doing? Good afternoon to everyone.
I'm fine. Oh, thank you. All right. Madam Patricia, thank you very much. It's good to have you on the panel again. Good evening to you, ma.
Good evening, everyone, and happy new week to everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Madam Busy Brains, good evening to you, madam. How are you doing today? Okay, you're not there right now. Yes, Connor, good evening to you. How are you doing today?
Oh my God. How did everybody else beat me to it? I thought I was the first too.
No.
Madam Rita don't follow.
The don't be first, that one never.
Oh my God. Madam Rita, I go beef you today. I be one. I'm just
Madam Rita
messing.
was first yesterday. She was first yesterday. Today she's first again.
I'm always first. From now on, I'll try to be first.
I tell you, a week. I say sure. When
all the ladies in the house today, I'm so happy.
I know 4 ladies, man.
I beg you, I'm not a feminist. All those people that are raising their eyebrow. I'm just happy. Women supporting women.
My man, we una dey truly.
Now they get their marks.
How not go leave me for inside the midst of women here?
Blessed are you amongst women.
Amen.
Don't forget.
My man, with them. The Black Panther, Mr. Alex, where una dey? Oga CM. Because this, I don't know if I person survive this one. No. See, when I listen to another name I want call now. Kashi, how are you doing today? Good evening to you. It's good to have you on the planet. You see? Una see? Another woman.
Good morning from here. Good morning. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. And I'm really glad I'm on the panel with Oyakhilome, Connor, and Madam Rita. Thank you, guys. You guys, now, you don't see 3 of us. Now, no say today is about to be late.
Now, plan work. I beg, where is my man? He remained one spot. If I don't see man here, go be as okay, be like I don't get one man now. Mr. Moses, thank you very much. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you for coming for my rescue. God bless you, sir.
Thank you,
sir. Thank you. I'll come back to you. I have another man here now, God's Vision TV. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. How are you doing today? Good evening to you.
Yeah, Mr. Elvis, good evening, and thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, I beg the remaining 2 spots will go remain. Maybe men, maybe for your arrange. Now only 2 men they here now. Make we balance them. Thank you very much, Mr. Moses. Stay mute, please. Stay mute. Okay, thank you. That's fine. All right, thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Yes, Madam Patricia.
I wanted to say that how you want to balance this one now. The women don't pass already.
No. You go still balance. You go still balance because if 2 men come, they don't balance now.
Madam, make you come, Madam Bright.
No, Madam Bright, not available right now. Now 2 men. Madam Patricia, okay, the one at the top, it don't be like saying a plan work. All right, thank you very much, my people. I respect all our women all over the world. May God bless you all. Thank you. All right, let's move on. God, I will bless you. Now, press on that like button. Mr. Alex Osarodio, may God bless you, sir. Thanks for your super chat. Your pocket never run dry. I appreciate every one of you that's supporting me on this platform, directly or indirectly. Anyhow, you're supporting me. I just want to say I'm grateful. That many Northerners, they don't stand up against Tinubu. In fact, there's fights currently going on right now. We never boss come out for public between the elite Northerners and Tinubu. Serious fight, not the small one. It don't they go on right now. By between now and the next 48 and 72 hours, the fight go boss come out for public. Yes, but meanwhile, let's look at the protest and what our brothers and sisters in the North, what they have to say here. Quickly, then we take it from here. Thank you. I beg, Mother Busy Brace, make you listen properly because you go tell us many things where they talk for here. Oh, Mother Busy Brace.
Okay, please rewind it a bit.
Please, you know, you will tell us. Because according to information where it reached me, they said Tinubu will not vote for you. Tinubu will not send you war. Tinubu leave the office alone. Now wait till they tell me. So we'll listen to what Mother Busy Brace will talk later.
So the rulers since that time, since early 19th century after the Berlin Conference, they continue to exploit us. They continue to assault our resources. They continue to take our resources at will. We were enjoying.
Okay, let me stop that right there. Thank you very much, my people. That is all the videos we have for you today. But I still have one or two articles to quickly present to you before we move on. So, Madam Busy Brace, I'll come back to you when it gets to your time. You can tell us one or two things you understand about what they were saying right there. But my take, I understand some people might not be happy with what I'm about to say right now. Seeing our brothers in the north coming out now to protest. This is the first time I'm seeing the northerners coming out to protest, especially with the things that is affecting us in Nigeria. So is it because this one is affecting, or rather is going to affect the northerners more? That's why they came out. But there are so many protests that have been going on in Nigeria. For example, I don't know if I'm lying. During the EndSARS, can somebody confirm with me if there was any kind of protest in the north? I don't know. I can't remember, to be honest. I don't want to say
apart from the one that happened in Nasarawa and some little parts in the middle belt, not really. They didn't really come out because they were for Tinubu.
Okay. Now you see, this is
actually
one of the things.
Mr. Elvis. Actually, yes, they said they came out. Some of them came out and were protesting against the EndSARS people.
Oh, they were protesting against the EndSARS.
Yes, yes.
So you see, this is one of the things I'm talking about all the time. When you see what is wrong, you pretentiously ignore it because it's not directly affecting you at that particular time. What about the day it will come to affect you? Look at what I wrote here some time ago. I put it right there. A man could become the next victim of the evil he celebrates today. Don't defend evil because it favored you now. It could work against you the next minute. You see, I wrote this one a couple of months ago or so, or weeks ago, rather. And that's what this is what is happening right now. And I want everybody that is listening to me today to learn from this. You cannot see what is wrong. You say, not concern me. No worry, okay, go concern you one day. It's the truth. Some of you that is saying, I'm not there in Nigeria, not concern me what is happening in Nigeria. It's not my problem. It go concern, if no worry. As you kidnappers, they kidnap people, they go, you say, not concern you. One day they'll kidnap your mama. One day they will kidnap your papa, your pikin where you live for this Nigeria, your husband where you live, your wife where you live, your brothers and sisters. They will kidnap the day go come concern you. Because God Almighty that created us, He know what He they do. He did not say we should celebrate anybody that is passing through any kind of trials. Because you look what is happening right now. I'm surprised to play this video and see a lot of Northerners on the streets protesting. For the first time, I'm seeing banner and board and all that in the hands of our Northern brothers and sisters protesting Tinubu, we leave the office. Tinubu, stop war. Tinubu, Tinubu. What happened all this? Why? We all have been crying and talking. Why? Why are we segregating ourselves selfishly? Why are we dividing ourselves stupidly? Why? Look now. You see, even the net media, they talk just and they say whether you like it or not, it's going to affect the Northern as well. First, right? Before any other persons in Nigeria. And a lot of people that have came to Arise and China, that's what they're saying as well. That it's going to affect the Northerners even more before any other persons in Nigeria. There's every possibility to say this war, God forbid, may not happen. It not go reach many states for Nigeria. It not go reach, it go finish, it not go reach. You see, please, please, apart from these that I'm talking about right now, I want you, if you can hear my voice, don't see your brother passing through pains and be celebrating. No, it's wrong. Say, yeah, thank God, don't meet her, not good for him. Thank God, God. Don't do that because you don't know what tomorrow holds for you as well. Even though una two dey quarrel, don't celebrate other people's failure. Because if not, one day that failure will come and knock on your own door. That's why I think they bring me up. That's my belief. That's it might sound different from many of you, but look what is happening now. I've never seen our Northern brothers and sisters joining us whenever we are protesting in Nigeria. We protested the other day over in Benin. I was part of the organizers on that one. The first day we fuel increase. We do it for Benin. We do like say Lagos cost emulate and all that. We know there's nothing. Did not turn us go the look. You see now, see all of them as the full streets. So the situation in Nigeria they are fair to now. You only pretended to ignore it. Say it's not our problem. Making enter position, we voted for them after all. But see, you want to create war that will affect 90% or even 80% of the Northerners. This is wrong. We are all brothers. When things is going wrong in the country, let's speak on time. Haba. Let's move on, my people. Others we speak later on. I have article to present for you guys. Meanwhile, Mr. Peter Obi have also frowned on what is currently happening right now. Let me take on Mr. Peter Obi first before I go to other people's plights. Please like and share, I understand that the presentation took long today. Yes, sometimes it's like that because everything we presented is very, very vital. All right, let's take on Mr. Peter Obi. I'm just going to be so quick on this, or some of them I just take on the headline. Niger priority must be given to the dialogue and diplomacy, Mr. Peter Obi. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, has urged leaders of the Economic Community of West Africa State, ECOWAS, to prioritize dialogue and diplomacy in its effort to restore democracy in the Niger Republic. The West African bloc has been grappling with restoring political order in Niger following the I don't really want to talk about that. Feno said that one happened on the 26th of July. Let me just move on. Okay, the former Anambra State governor said that it is important that the people of Niger are allowed the opportunity to revert quickly to a representative democratic government via their national institutions, while he admitted that the ECOWAS must seek to discuss the spread of military dictatorship in West Africa. Obi maintained that the recourse to armed deterrence must be restrained by multilateral diplomatic mechanisms. The post reads, unquote, recent development in the neighboring Niger Republic have become the subject of the international attention. For Nigeria, this development is a matter of dire and urgent national interest and security. Inevitably, Niger is a hot button issue for ECOWAS as well as various international interlocutors, regardless of the positions taken by the various parties that have direct or tangential interest in the Niger primacy must be given to dialogue and diplomacy towards a resolution with minimal disruptive impact on Nigeria and West Africa sub-region. Mr. Peter Obi went on by saying a total diplomatic resolution must be taken into consideration the real politic of the West African sub-region. I applaud the respective mandatory effort by General Abdul Salami Abubakar, His Eminence Muhammadu Said Abubakar, the Sultan of Sokoto, and His Royal Highness Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, whereas ECOWAS authorities have indicated that they remain open to various conflict resolution options. Diplomacy must remain the overarching imperative in resolving the present crisis. Then Mr. Peter Obi continued, I joined many well-meaning Nigerians who have advocated that any intervention in the crisis should be preeminently through diplomatic dialogue among all strategic interests in the crisis. He went on by saying, it is therefore important that the people of Niger are allowed via their national institutions the opportunity to revert quickly to representative democratic government. All national, regional, and international assistance should be extended to the people of Niger to return their country to normalcy. Then he went on, unquote, while ECOWAS must seek to discourage the spread of military dictatorships in West Africa, the recourse to armed deterrence must be retrained by multilateral diplomatic mechanism. What the situation in Niger urgently calls for is a concerted multilateral coalition of Nigeria, ECOWAS, the EU, and the AU and the EU towards a programmed return to democratic constitutional order. In this process, Nigeria's leadership role must not be in any doubt. That is our principal right there, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. While I have another one for you quickly as well, let's take this one here. I just wanted to quickly take here. Okay, I have this one. Let me put this on the screen. Bear with me, my people. And I just want to quickly do this. We're not playing any video anymore. It's just an article, so it's better we put this on. Okay, there's another one here coming from, I'm not sure, but let's just take it. LP, okay, Labour Party to Tinubu, fix Nigeria first before meddling in Niger Republic affairs. So this is Labour Party who's talking right here. The Labour Party LP has asked President Bola Tinubu to fix Nigeria before meddling in the affairs of the Niger Republic. The cable had reported how Amadou Ibrahim, a colonel major in Niger Republic, announced the removal of President Oz. I don't want to read when they take the removal. Okay, on Thursday, the Economic Community of West Africa State ECOWAS, during its second extraordinary meeting, directed the deployment of standby military troops to restore constitutional order in the Niger Republic. Okay, reacting to the development in a statement on Saturday, Obiora Efo, LP National Secretary, Publicity Secretary, said now is not the time for Nigeria to be involved in a war because the socio-economic situation in the country has so badly deteriorated to the extent that Nigeria is wallowing in abject poverty, hunger, and unemployment. The leadership of the Labour Party has been following the recent political development in the Republic of Niger and how Nigeria-led ECOWAS has threatened to lead the regional nations into a war of purging the culprits out of government from our neighboring country, Ifo said. He went on by saying, we believe sincerely that charity should always begin at home. The Holy Book also said that one needs to remove the log on one's eyes before talking about a speck on another's eyes. The poor economy policies of the government, the hike in the prices of petroleum products, and the soaring forex situation have further deteriorated the living conditions of the people. So with a country with such an enormous crisis, thinking of waging war against another country or defending democracy is not only laughable, but misconceived and misdirected. Then it went on by saying, we already have enough crisis on our hands from insecurity, hunger, unemployment, poverty, and poor infrastructure, amongst others. I think the government has enough tasks to focus on rather than footloose into the internal affairs of another country. That's whether at they end. No, Nigeria cannot be playing the big brother of Africa when the people are hungry. We are giants of Africa only in name, but we are far from living up to that expectation. Exactly. The government needs to think about Nigeria first. We have enormous challenges on our hand. The government must focus on how to restore our economy, rebuild infrastructure, create jobs, and end killing insecurity in Nigeria rather than waste time, resources, and energy in the affairs of another sovereign nation. Okay, that is it right there on that one. Let me quickly move on to the other one, my people. Then I have another article here of Nigerians in Niger. I guess they already say something as well. Yeah, this is Nigerians in Niger who are already reacting as well, I guess. But let me take it the way it is. I not read all this thing, you know. Nigerians angry believe Tinubu waging war against them. Nigerians fleeing Niger. Okay. All right, let me quickly tell this. Some Nigerians who fled the Republic of Niger following the coup that toppled the government of President Oh, they go back there again. Okay, I don't really want to do with a reference right now. Sorry, guys. All these adverts, I want to remove them now. 1 minute, my people. Sorry, guys. Let me just quickly do. Okay, my name is Omar Abubakar. I'm an indigene of Kebbi State residing in Agadez, a community in the Niger Republic where I engaged in a furniture business. What exactly brought you to Ilela in Sokoto State? Okay, oh, they are talking. I'm staying here in Ilela for now after running away from my place of work in the Niger Republic due to the heightened tension on the ground as a result of the disposition of the economic community of West Africa state. Immediately after the takeover of power by the military junta from President Mohamed Bazoum, there was a bit of tension for some days until normalcy was restored in the country. What has been the feeling amongst Nigerians in Niger Republic since ECOWAS vowed to reinstate the ousted president? Okay, he went on by saying, ever since the pronouncement by the ECOWAS that the ousted president should be reinstated, a lot of us, especially those of us from Nigeria, have been having sleepless nights, although there have not been any attack on us. Anything can happen if we are not careful. That was why I decided to come back to Nigeria and pray for an amicable resolution of crisis over there in Niger Republic. All right, I'll stop it right there. I think this one is an interview. Some of them that came back, a couple of them, they were talking here. If we have time later, I'll bring this one back again. But meanwhile, let me quickly go to the last one. The last one is here. The last one is this one here. Bear with me. Let me put this on screen to quickly deal with this. Okay, this is the last one. This one was a direct attack to Tinubu, I guess. As you all can see right there, Niger. Okay, you are a novice in international diplomacy. Lamido to President Tinubu. This is one of the things I was saying just now. Where Lamido Day, where everything that be affecting every one of us in Nigeria. But now, you see all the Northerners elites, the bigger men, all of them are already attacking Tinubu now because he's not favoring them. I don't like that part. To be honest, I'm a very, very honest person. I said things I raise. Former governor of Jigawa State and one of the founding father of major opposition, the People Democratic Party, Mr. Sule Lamido, has described President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a novice in the field of international diplomacy. Lamido stated this while reacting to the stand taken by ECOWAS on the coup d'etat in Niger Republic. His reaction was contained in a post via his verified Facebook account titled Niger Face Off. Okay, let's take one or two things what you have to say here before we move on. He explained that for the past few weeks, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has found himself in a tightrope and a state of dilemma regarding the best way to handle the Niger crisis. He advised that President to harvest from the connection and wisdom of Nigeria, former president and head of state in the dealing with crisis. According to him, since the coup d'etat in Niger some weeks back, President Tinubu has found himself walking on a very tightrope. Okay, he has never been exposed to international diplomacy and can fitly be called a novice in this field. The fact that he's an emperor with the total dominance of the most populous and prosperous state of Lagos does not confer on him any wisdom in diplomacy. But he is also a luckiest Nigerian president had he desired to harvest from the wisdom and experience of former president and head of state Nigeria is so richly blessed with. I thought President Tinubu would have from the onset look into the chemistry of the cocktail called Ecowas before taking a weighty decision on any issue that affects the region and its consequences on his country. Had he done so, he would have found out what is the history of one of the oldest members of the region, President Alassane Ouattara of Ivory Coast. There was a time when, I don't want to hear that story. Okay, let's just leave this one here. Let's leave with what I read and the title right there, because I really want us to start talking. Yes, thank you very much, my people. That is all we have for you guys today. I would like us to start talking. I'm going to post out a link right now so that those of you that wanted to come in can come in. But meanwhile, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. I appreciate you all for your time with us. Currently, we still have about 1,490 watching us. I think on Nigeria Watch, we have about 1,003 watching us there. The light is still not encouraging. To be honest, we have 552. Thank you very much for those of you that have liked. Please press on that like button. The like should be on at least 1,000 by now, because we're having a maximum of 1,650 watching us earlier on. Currently, we are still at 1,004. So please press on that like button. Press on it. You guys are already doing that. We currently have 561 now. So we are going to start hearing from our panelists right away. Madam Rita, thank you very much for your patience. I would like you to talk to us. You're the first on the panel today.
Yeah. Happy Sunday, Mr. Elvis. Thank you very much. Happy Sunday and good afternoon to everyone in the panel, those of you watching from home, my lovely mommy diaspora, and everyone in the comment section. Sule Lamido, please just enter house. I beg. Enter house. We don't want to hear from you because you're part of the elite. Since they have been so-called professional diplomacy, what has it brought to Nigeria? Those of you who have some form of diplomatic experience, how has it favored Nigeria over the years? That's why I'm saying, Lamido, enter house. You're all part of the cabal. You are speaking now because you want to score political points, because you're in PDP, or because of one reason or the other that you and I don't know. I mean, the regular people like us don't know. So, Lamido, please enter house, I beg. And I don't even know why all these media houses entertain all these men that are part of the decay of Nigeria, listening to anything they have to say. Enter house.
It's a satanic man.
Don't mind them. I want to start, maybe I will start based on what you've said so far. I can't touch on all of them, but the one I can, I would say. For what's going on in Niger, my fear right now is I can bet. I'm saying what I'm saying because of how I have watched the West operate. Maybe they have upgraded because times have changed. When I mean how they operate, when they know that something is not working in their favor in a country where they are practicing imperialism and hegemony. I can bet right now that countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, and even the Niger Republic right now. They are desperately, I'm repeating, desperately looking for somebody who has some sort of close ties with the coup leaders and that young man, especially the man from Burkina Faso. They're looking for somebody who is close to them, that would betray them, that would take them down. So therefore, I am hoping that they have been reading the past African history and how leaders who have spoken up have been taken down. They have been taken down by people who were close to them. So therefore, this is my advice to all these Francophone countries. Please, please watch your back. Please keep speaking to the conscience of those who are close to you. They might even going as close to your family members just to take them down. Aside from that, I believe the West is doing that underground desperately. So far, maybe they haven't found somebody that they can bribe enough to take these men down, because that's exactly what they did to Thomas Sankara. So please, please, guys, those of you in charge, the Francophone countries now that are trying to emancipate themselves from the stronghold of the French, please watch your back. Watch those who are close to you. Watch those young army officers. Watch all of them, because the West is going to use somebody. That is what they are doing right now, to go deep within close proximity around them and take them down, and then they take over. It's a cycle that has happened in the past. If a cycle that's happened in the past, please, I'm begging. And that would now take us back to the same slavery that is still going on today. So please, watch your back. I hope they're smart enough and they stop romancing too much with the likes of Russia and the rest. Please watch your back. I know this is a different time. There's technology. They have the people who are around there, and possibly maybe the Russian people also having spies around them to tell them any plans that the West is trying to do. But please watch your back. Please watch your back. Because I am hoping that now this has happened. The French is obviously scared, of countries like Togo, Democratic Republic of Congo, Gabon, even Cameroon, Central African Republic, Senegal, Ivory Coast. In fact, the so-called Ivory Coast now with this corrupt man, Alassane Ouattara, I don't want to go there, but please, everybody should watch out now. All these Francophone countries, including their presidents or whoever is there, watch out, watch your back, because France and the so-called superpowers of the West, all of them are scared right now. They are scared that this emancipation virus, that's what we call, would spread to all the Francophone countries. And if they touch the DRC right now, the Congo, they know that they are just done. They're done, because those places, they have what it takes. They have the resources that is actually holding the West, especially Europe. So please just watch. That's just my fear, the betrayal, because take it or leave it, there's always a Judas Iscariot amongst honorable men. There's always somebody conscience can be bought. There's a Hausa proverb. I don't know, Madam Busy Brain, maybe you probably say it after in English, but I think I heard it from a pastor a reverend that I always also follow, Christine Bature. She says, if you want to know the story of the heart, look at the face. Yeah. If you want to know the story of the heart, look at the face. What is the story of the heart of Nigeria? What is the story of the heart of Nigeria? You can see it, the faces, you can see it on the faces of our Naira valuation, the value of our Naira, the quality of life of the people, the different tiers of government, so-called democratic governments. You can see the impunity and corruption. It has so many faces. So you can tell that the heart of Nigeria is broken. It's not like it's breaking, it has broken. That's the truth. And that's why you see there's so much agitation with different sub-regional groups, the Biafra, Dudua, Midwest Republic, everybody's, because the heart is broken. So the different pieces that we're seeing, the different faces, is what is being manifested, and we are seeing it, we are living it. It is painful to watch, it's painful to hear, but apart from that pain, this is the time for us to act. Yeah, we can pray, yes, I believe in prayer, yes, but it is not prayer that made the express road in the diaspora country live now to be smooth. It is not the prayers that gave them 24/7 electricity. That's the fact, because these people, they also fought to be emancipated from leadership. So we should pray, but we should act. Now, going by Pastor Chris Oyakhilome, oh my goodness. I have always seen him. I don't see him as a pastor. I've always seen him as a natural orator and a teacher. I think it's a gift that he has. You know, I'm not a fan of Christ Embassy, but I sometimes when he's talking about things that actually make real sense and he's speaking the truth, you know, it's worth listening to. There's something he said that captivated me. Mr. Nanjawa, maybe you can play that again. He said, some people, I think he said it in a kind of prayer. He said, some people deserve bad leadership. Some people deserve bad leadership because they themselves have been wicked. Some people deserve bad leadership because they themselves have been wicked. I want to juxtapose it now to those men, those people in the north that were protesting. In as much as I don't support the Niger fight or what ECOWAS is doing under the puppet Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I would say that's protest, so-called protest. I can bet $1,000 that it is one of those elites who have vested interest in Niger, either by marriage, they have properties, they have families there, their children are there, or they have some huge businesses there. And so, or maybe it could be politically aligned. They may be in the opposition party, or maybe they just don't like the man at Bodilon, you know, and they say, you know what, I have enough money, take this money, gather some people and let's do a protest, you know, and then let us show some sort of solidarity to our friends in Niger that we support them. So those ones should also enter house. So that's why I say what Pastor Chris said. Some people deserve bad leadership because they themselves have been wicked. However, he prayed and said, may God steer us, or he said something on the lines of, may God steer us to the right direction and may God save us from bad leadership. What Nigeria is practicing, I've always said, is Christocracy. You know, there's something, you know, I think Mr. Alex was talking about it when he said he was going to question what his professors were teaching him all these years. And of course, maybe some of us who actually learned political science in school, that, democracy is the best form of government. No, there's something Pastor Chris said. He said, what the people want should be heard and respected. If the people want a military rule and they say it's working for them, let us respect it. Let them be heard. Let them be heard. So Gaddafi also said something that, you know, democratic system is not a system that fits Africa. But the West was successful in putting this narrative in the media, and a lot of us believed it and said, oh, that's dictatorship. That is this and that is that. But however, they support their puppets who have been so-called, let me use their own word, dictator, the likes of Qatari, of Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, and someone like Museveni, who has been in government since 1986, of Uganda. They have never touched those people to say they are dictators. But when the tables are turned, and that is a so-called democratic government, and there has not been any progress in those countries. They don't touch them because those ones are their slaves. They are their messengers. So the agreement is don't touch not my country if I want to be a dictator, because I'm giving you what you want. So they keep quiet. America has this. If I'm not just going to mention America. The West, the EU, you know, North America, Britain, they have this penchant for kind of supporting illegitimate administrations when it favors them, just like what they're doing with this Bola Ahmed Tinubu's certificate thing that they're not bringing. They're blocking it, or rather, somebody has filed to bring his certificate, for Christ's sake. If you finish University of Chicago, what is there? You cannot use the Fifth Amendment on Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You cannot use that. America, stop supporting this illegality in our administration in countries where you know that things are wrong. Speak it out now, because right now nobody's going to respect the United States of America. I'm calling America now because it regards Bola Ahmed Tinubu's certificate. If they really wanted to help Nigeria, if they were really interested in the democracy that they have preached, why are they not helping us remove this foreigner, this man from Guinea, from Astor Villa? Why? So, you know, because he has torn their pocket, and of course they're holding him below the belt. So he's going to do as they say. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I want to say thank you, Pastor Chris Oyakhilome, because we need men who can educate people and kind of open your mind to think outside the box and say, okay, really and truly, all these things that we're talking about, sometimes military intervention may not really be bad, as the history books have made it so. And sometimes there's something he also said that I can relate it to the Edo State governor right now. He said sometimes what the people are wishing for, what the people trust, and what the people want might end up betraying them and not giving them the dividends of democracy. We are experiencing that in Edo State. Maybe he said that because he's from Edo State. Maybe, but I was picking the most important was that I felt that let me interpret it, or let me understand what this man is trying to say, maybe based on information he has. That it happens that way, but at least I would say 80%, the kind of system of government that works for the people, where the people are comfortable, at least 80% comfortable, 80 not, I mean, because it's never be 100%, 80% comfortable, and the country is working, the quality of life is good. Allow them to practice that system of government, for crying out loud. Allow them. I'm just gonna say this part for the gentleman that was speaking in Arise. I think that was the first video that I watched, Mr. Paul Alaje. This is my final submission. He said the Nigerian, I think maybe I'm wrong. This is what I heard, that the Nigerian reserves, the Nigerian foreign reserves have been depleted by 40%. That is scary.
That's right.
And another thing he said, this 40% might not even be the right data. It's probably even more. We are probably even 70% depleted in our foreign reserves. Remember that they said we are on 73 or 77 million debt. And we know that one is just for the TV. It's more than that. And there you are. You're hearing this, yet the National Assembly, headed by alleged criminal Godwin Akpabio as the Senate president, along with the minions that are under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they are getting 70 billion naira. And they're also getting tokens for holiday. Mr. Naja, what have you gone for holiday? I don't think so. The people who are working now, the man who is a gateman or a driver, has he gone for holiday? The teachers who are teaching our children in the primary school, even the lecturers in the universities, I'm not going to go to the professors, because right now, I don't want to hear professor as a title to anybody. I'm just talking about the ones who are teaching, who are sacrificing, those teachers who are waking up at 6 a.m., taking the bus for 3 hours because of traffic, bad roads. I'm going to teach our children in the primary school, the government school, and they're paying their minimum wage 30,000. Sometimes they even owe 3, 4, 5 months. Have they gone for holiday? Yet, some men who are overfed in the National Assembly, collecting double whammy, double alawi. Let me use NYC term. Double alawi. Those who are ex-governors are collecting. They are collecting money, and they're also collecting part of the 70 billion plus these holiday tokens. Mr. Akpabio called it prayers in your account. I'm just laughing. There's no production, no human development, no exports. What we even have naturally, we will carry it outside to transform it. For example, crude oil. We will not pay back our own products under the disguise of a fraudulent process. We are overspending. They're even buying them cars. All of them have new cars. What about innocent motors? At least by now, if we had 2 or 3 kind of innocent motors, or Elvis Edikin motors, or Niger Watt motors production, and the government officers are actually purchasing these materials within the country, you're not going to spend money to improve Toyota, Hyundai, maybe even Mercedes-Benz or Lexus, minus the bulletproof thing, all these little things that they add to the cars under Nigeria's money. Is something really wrong with us? Really? It's like, I don't know, self our costs. When all these things are going on, why would people not jack back? Princess Patricia, yesterday, you told that lady that she should reject the Canadian permanent residence. And I think I responded, Madam, collect the permanent residence. If you need to help your family, collect it. If anybody is giving you any freebie to leave Nigeria, to better your life, collect it. When you have enriched yourself with wisdom and experience, if you feel the need to come and serve your country and help your country, please do so. Why would people not jackpot? Why would the brain drain not shoot up in a very fast pace? Reduce the cost of governance, for Christ's sake. At this point, we don't need senatorial. How many say, for example, has 3 senatorial. We need 1. and they should even show up every 6 months. Anyway, when Peter the Rock will be, everything has to be reevaluated. The whole system of government, the constitution, everything for all these things to happen. So, it's unfortunate that we have a lot of Paul Alaje, a lot of economists like this, economic advisors like this. They are not hired. They don't hire them. They keep them on one side, and they feel they don't know anything. But at the end of the day, we are still crashing with all the professors we've had, from Soludo to all the CBN government to this Emefiele that they put over there. Where are we today? What's the value of the naira? Look at the abject poverty. Mr. Najawat, I don't know how you're doing to even Nigerians right now. Sometimes I feel so sad. I'm just so sad because I'm just imagining, how can somebody receive 30,000 naira? How can they, and they have like 3 children, and they don't even have a vehicle? They're staying at Face Me, I Face You house with mosquitoes infested, and they're sharing the washroom with 3 other families in the home. The money is not enough. Now that they've increased fuel, cost of living is high. Food, Gary is not a big man's food. How are they surviving? It's depressing. Very, very depressing. I don't know about, some people don't have culture, but it's very depressing to even think about it. Why will people not say, what is what in this life? Nothing is encouraging them. Nigerians have to act. This pray. We don't pray. I beg, we don't pray. We don't pray finish, or we have to act. I'm not promoting violence, but speaking up is one. Speaking up is very important. And the northern people, Mr. Najawat, you are not offending anybody. Say it as it is. Why is it not now that they are coming out? This is the speaking up we should be saying now. Those people who, I know that is one rich man that paid those ones, but we still have to talk. There's a lot of things going on. They should just enter house, I beg. Thank you.
Thank you, Mother Rita. Thanks for your wonderful submission. God bless you. Thank you very much. I would like to quickly appreciate somebody who super chatted me earlier on. Pretty EJ, thank you very much for the super chat earlier on. May God bless you. May your pocket never run dry. Thank you. Appreciate every one of you right there. Please help us to press on the like button. Help us to share. Hit on the $sign. Support what we are doing here. Subscribe to our channel if you are listening to us right now, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we are here. Thank you very much. All right. Before I will come to the next person, which is Madam Busy Brains, but before that, Charles Shalinko. Please unmute yourself. Let me see who's behind that name. Charles Shalinko, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's your first time on the panel, right?
No, this is not my first time.
Oh, okay. Your name is strange. Sorry.
Okay, you said that this is you have forgotten the name because I come once in a while like that on the panel.
Oh, okay. All right, where did you join us from?
I'm joining from Lagos.
Now you go first. Now you supposed first speak now. People they join from Nigeria, they prioritize them. Talk to us, my brother. It's good to have you on the panel.
Well, I have to appreciate everyone and appreciate you also for the good work you have been doing. You have been doing well since during the campaign time till now.
Thank
you.
You
are putting a lot of energy. This is if everybody in Nigeria is doing like this, at least we should have been in a better place by now.
Thank you.
In fact, it's not joking at all. It's very, very difficult for Nigerians this time around. But it's not easy, honestly speaking. I'm seeing the people that are protesting in the northerners that are protesting in the Kano. You see, it's like what you just say, that the evil that you celebrate today may come to haunt you tomorrow.
Exactly.
And that is how it's been. All these things that is happening, they are not saying anything because they feel like Nigerian politics, they have turned it to a religion war. That is the language that they understand. See, when they know that Tinubu is not capable, that is not the right person, but they are supporting him because they believe that once you are Muslim, that no matter what you did or the kind of human being that you are, as far as that you are Muslim, they believe that you are the best option for them than Christian that they know. So that is their belief. So if Tinubu is going to war, he thinks that is the going to war is the best thing for him. You see that is when he's getting it wrong, because this is even they are talking about the coup in the Niger, and why not him himself? What they did here is a democratic coup in Nigeria. They rig him into power, and he's there. All these things that is happening. My brother, if you understand what is the kind of level of poverty in this Nigeria now, in fact, you'll be pitying people. Honestly speaking, look at now, assume in my compound now, since when they've turned this war. One guy was even chatting me, since a guy that they call Ayo, he's an Yoruba man. Since they are doing they changed this fuel subsidy. I was telling the guy that Goodluck Jonathan did this in 2015. I mean 2012. The fuel was 200 naira, and everybody is protesting. Tinubu is the one that carried it on his head.
Exactly.
But now after so many years, he now come to remove the subsidy, and he was telling people that subsidy is a scam. So I don't know honestly speaking, where Nigeria is going far beyond. Honestly speaking, after many years, what people cannot buy them 200 naira, you now pose it on them 600 naira. After many years, that shouldn't be what we have been talking about. But it depends on the kind of people that we have, what they believe, the kind of mentality that they have. I'm sorry to say, honestly speaking, I begin to dislike my Yoruba brothers because of the attitude towards this election and the whole thing. Some of them, they believe that, okay, because he's their brother, so this is how it is. Somebody was telling me one day that it should be fuel is 600, that all of us will be suffering it. And this person is one of the agents of APC. He was proudly telling me that all of us will be suffering it. So if you go outside and carry a pool in some local area in the Lagos state, you find out that some people are even like the suffering that they are suffering. That they don't even care. What is my person? Let it be my person. Anything that is happening, let it happen. Just like the same thing that we are saying on the religious issue. Once it's my person, let it be there. If people are dying, let them die. I don't care. Selfish interest. Honestly speaking, if you abandon me to say that this country don't supposed to be one country till this moment that we are, because many of us have different narrative, different thinking, different belief. Me and you now, we are here because we believe on the right thing to do, but others, they didn't believe this. So even though you are killing them, they don't even care. Honestly speaking, it baffles me. It's not that nothing a man can do. Even today, as I'm talking to you, somebody was even begging me. A family man is even begging me for 2,000 naira. Honestly speaking, 2,000 naira is begging me, calling me more than 50 missed call. I have to send the 2K for the guy. I say, okay, guy, take. A family man in that situation. So what is the country is not even correct. If this thing continue like this, till next year, there's going to be an anarchy. Honestly speaking, in fact, the country will pity some people. And the most thing that is paining me most, the people that are suffering it most is people that are supporting this guy, this Tinubu that we're talking about now. The people that are supporting him, they don't even have common 10 naira. They don't. Honestly speaking, they are the one. The thing is hitting them most, and they keep on like, okay, they are supporting him, and the thing is hitting them most. So can you believe this kind of narrative? Where is it going to end us? Mr. Alves, honestly speaking, it's not easy.
May God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming around. I beg, try make they join us once in a while. Make we not they forget each other like this. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much.
That's no problem. We appreciate you too.
Thank you.
Appreciate everyone.
All right then. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, my people, please press on the like button. That's our brother right there, all the way from Lagos. As you can see, that he's pouring out his own plight. You know, he's not very, very happy with what is currently happening in the country. It's better to say it how it is, regardless of where you are from. Always say it how it is, because the situation in Nigeria is affecting everybody, every tribes. It's affecting all of us right now. So let's say it how it is. Let me pick one or two calls before I come to Madam Busy Brace. Hello, thank you very much, Lady Deborah. Good evening to you, madam. Thank you very much for calling in. Please talk to us. 2 minutes.
Yeah, good evening, Nigeria Watch. Good evening to everyone, and good evening to all the commenters. Let me just quickly make a small contribution to the broadcast.
Okay.
First of all, I really want to add to what you said at the initial part of the program, when you said that when you see something bad happening, that it's always good to speak out, and you don't just walk away and feel as if it's none of your business.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that thing will definitely come back one way or the other to affect you. So that is the truth. The same thing when you see evil and you decide to just turn your back on it. One day that same evil will come back to hurt you. So it's always good to say the truth, to stand up for the truth. When you see something that is wrong, whether it's affecting you or not, it's good to stand up to it, you know.
Exactly.
Then secondly, I equally wanted to support. It is a good thing that a lot of people are beginning to speak out. Pastor Chris has spoken, and I think I saw Tunde Bakari as well speaking out against what is going on in the government. It's good because some of them are mute. But I remember during Goodluck Jonathan time, Tunde Bakari was one of the people heading protests and speaking against Goodluck Jonathan. But for some reason, he has been a bit quiet. So I'm glad now that he's speaking out. And the good thing is that, you know, Tinubu did not even waste time for them to start feeling the heat. So it started early, and it's a good thing that they are all seeing the repercussion of all his policies, that every policy he has embarked on is a disaster. So they are seeing the outcome, and nobody is going to tell them the karma is already hitting them hard. So I believe that the judiciary are seeing what is happening, and they will have no option but to give the right judgment. Even a blind man can see that this man has no clue what he's doing. From the other video that you show about the man explaining the economic implication of everything, you know, this is what Peter Obi was saying. But for some reason, they didn't listen. Now, this man has no clue. He has no clue what to do. It's obvious to everyone that he doesn't know what he's doing.
He's confused.
So I really hope that the judiciary will see what is going on now and make the right decision before
Thank you.
It's too late. Thank you so
Thank you,
much for what you're doing.
God bless you,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
bye.
All right, callers, let me go back to the panel again. Okay, Madam Busy Brains, thank you very much for your patience with us. Please talk to us.
Yeah, good evening, Oga Elvis.
Good
evening. I greet you, and may God continue to bless you, and the oil on that head of yours will never run dry.
Amen.
To the panelists, I greet you. For those who have made submissions before me, powerful submission. A lot of the things that was spilled out was from exactly my sentiments. For those yet to speak, I greet you too. Those in the comment section, those listening, watching, I salute you all. Most especially Mommy Diaspora, you know, Iron Finest, all those that are helping behind the scenes to make this broadcast a success. Really appreciate you all, honestly, because this is really this platform. You know, somebody called the other day and was saying that this platform restored their faith and their hope. That was what it did for me too, because after the election, I was really downcast. My depression was setting in because when you are so involved and you've been so invested in a cause, and then somebody in the night comes and steals it away from you, it is traumatic. And this has kept one, hopeful, faithful, and has turned one into an analyst overnight, into an activist overnight, into a protester overnight. Well, these are all skills that will be added onto my CV. So I say thank you, Oga Niger Watch, for this, for seeing it fit for us to be on your platform, to be able to share our views. You've brought a lot to the table this evening, a lot of delicacy for us to chew on. Let me just start with I'll touch a little bit on, I'll try and do touch on a little bit of all. With the Lagos State gubernatorial, Sanwo-Olu coming in with fake certificates. So the question now, if he presented a fake certificate in 2018 when he was coming in to power, does that mean that gubernatorial election that he went through and claimed to have won and was imposed on the people of Lagos State and was collecting salary and the benefits that come with that extolled office, does that mean he can be arrested for it? Does that mean all the money he's been paid, he will have to pay back because he stole the position and the benefits that came with it? What will be the implication? Because I do not see how the judgment, I don't see how you will escape judgment. If even INEC went on stand for the first time, we don't know, maybe this INEC is a bit bitter. The 600 naira fuel thing has really hit them hard. So this time around, they went and were telling the truth that yes, he submitted the same WAEC fake certificate in 2018, even though Sanwo-Olu was denying submitting that certificate. That means he even perjured, he lied under oath. What will be his own this thing? So this is the things that we need to be putting fire to. We need to put it out there loud. Like you said, Oga Elvis, I think you were at the beginning of the broadcast, you said our words are our weapon. Yes, they are our weapon. All we have right now is our weapon. Our words are our weapon. We are not a Saridokubo that have the paraphernalia of all those things that he carry around for oppression. It is our words that will be used as weapons to liberate us in this situation that we have found ourselves in. Let me take on to the debt. The debt matter, where Nigeria has been, I saw that news yesterday and I was like, oh God, we are ruled by demonic people. It does not make sense. It beggars belief that people who have been put in position of power and of trust have gone against the people that they are supposed to rule and are hell-bent in impoverishing us. So they secretly went and borrowed how many billions of dollars from a bank that is questionable, that has JP Morgan and which of the name of the other bank, I can't even remember. They borrowed money from those banks to do what? The lack of accountability in our government is appalling. The way that government can just go and collect money, and they said they did it secretly. They went behind our back and did it. I don't know if it's because Emefiele is out there now in that prison that he's now coughing and vomiting all the information. Because why did we know all this? That APC, Buhari, Tinubu, and the Emefiele, they went and borrowed this kind of money in a secret deal. What did they say? What did they give in return? Oh, may God bless this Paul Alaje that came. The way he broke, when I was reading it yesterday, it was going above my head. A lot of the things that was being said, anything to do with finance, honestly, it is flying over my head. I didn't know what it was, what I was even reading. All I knew was they have put us in a deep mess. This man has broken it down in a way that we can understand the enormity of where we are as a nation, So we are in the mercy of some clique, another, well, it's not another, they are all working together. So we are at their mercy. But what did they borrow the money for? What did they borrow the money for? Just like, where is the subsidy money going to? Where is it going to? Where is it going to? Because I am hearing it's possible it has been diverted to go and fight in Ukraine. You never know these things. They are using our resources to go and fight a dirty war to come and oppress us with. I honestly do not understand how our leaders think. This Paul Alaja, the way he broke down, the consequences of devaluation. Without that, he said something that without replacing the supply chain or a production line, or without replacing anything that will yield production in the country, that will yield an economic activity in the country, you cannot just take away subsidy without putting something in place that can generate some certain income. And that exactly, when he said it, that was what came to my mind. And you mentioned it, I think, Madam Rita, was it Mr. Elvis himself? What our principal has been saying, taking us out from consumption to production throughout. In fact, it got to a point I was like, I can even tell you when he's about to say production from consumption to production, because it became his mantra. His campaign was boiled down to taking us out from production, from consumption to production. So he knew all these things. He has a plan. It does not take any. It is not no disrespect, but it is not something that only geniuses can think of. It is something of common sense that if we continue to consume things that we do not produce, it only means we will be enslaved to the person that produces it. So we are passing our wealth on to somebody that is producing it. And that is what these people have consistently done over the years, from one government to another. And he brought the fact that our textile industry gone. And then there used to be a granite pyramid that was geared for export, gone. Our petrol, gone. Where did it go to? To the West, so that they can produce, bring it back to us to consume. So I've said it in the past on this platform that Nigeria has deteriorated from one government to the other, where our sources of production have been depleted. The things that we used to generate everything that was good that each government came and met, they will deplete it, they will destroy it. And then the next government will come and hamper on another one and destroy it. Look at Ajao, the steel industry in Nigeria. With the amount of resources, still the wealth in that country. Look at, if you hear the way the Ajao steel mill, its building and everything, and how it was destroyed. You just know that it is not, it beggars belief. It's not normal. It's not normal for a country to sabotage itself. Then you ask yourself, why are we sabotaging ourselves? Why? That self-sabotage. Who is it benefiting? Who is self-sabotage benefiting? The country as a whole is losing, but a certain few are gaining, but at the detriment of the majority. Because the certain few that are gaining, their existence is not in Nigeria. They are there to deplete. They do not exist in Nigeria. They need medical care, they fly abroad. They want breakfast, they go to France. They need education, they fly abroad. Everything of theirs abroad. Million pounds, $1,000,000 mansions abroad. The ones they have in Nigeria is their hotel. Even the ones they have in Nigeria, they don't even sleep in it. They go and sleep in the hotels in the Nigeria. What a disaster. What a disaster. You know, when he was talking, it brought to raised a critical point, saying that taking he said taking subsidy out without putting or fixing the refineries. You know, this takes me back to the pomp and pageantry that took place when the so-called Dangote billionaire extraordinaire was launching the refinery. The pomp and pageantry that took place. You would think it is a national event, not a one man's business. You would think it was, because it is Nigeria's money, but they are giving it a guise that it is for him. But I was wondering, why all this pomp and pageantry? Why every big person in Nigeria, the who is who, the government dignitaries, everybody flooded that place for the refinery. And I'm like, what is going on? It was all optics. It was all optics to make us think that we have a refinery about to burst out, that will be able to, alleviate the petrol scarcity, the petrol challenges in the country. Not knowing that it was all done for us to feel there is an alternative, so they can easily take out the subsidy. So that subsidy, their plan to take it out the way they took it out was intentional. It was intentional. Hey, these people is only, we can be their nemesis. In fact, I was about to say it's only God. No, we can be their nemesis. They can start getting their hell on earth. They can start getting it. Pastor Chris said, he asked a pertinent question. That the question is, what do the Nigerians want? What do the Nigerians want? Nobody is asking that. France and Ecowas and America are just going to go and throw missiles in a country that they did not ask them, what do they want? That is to tell us something, isn't it? That is to tell us it is inconsequential what the people on ground want. It is what the superpowers want. And then their lapdog, ECOWAS, and its stupid, the so-called leaders. Let me take Cape Verde out of this, because I hear that the Cape Verdean president is against the war. So, but for those who are within, who are heads of government of the so-called sovereign nations in West Africa that are in cahoots and are going there to say, yes, let us go and fight Nigerians, they should go back to their constituents, find out what do they want. And their constituents have spoken. We hear that even the parliament, the ECOWAS parliament, the parliamentarians are also against the war. So why are we going in? Why are we going in? Ned Media asked a good question, a good, valuable question. Why will ECOWAS want to fight for France or rival against the wishes of the parliament, against the interest of their people, against the interest of the nation? Why? That is because it is the interest of the few that are in it. The few. It's not the interest of the nation. They have their own interest, which has already been met. And while we're talking about this, Russia has also come out to warn ECOWAS not to invade France. So If they are warning ECOWAS not to invade France, tell me a mini world war is not starting already. If
my sister is invading Niger. I think that's what you meant to say.
Sorry, yes, invading. My dear, it's wishful thinking, maybe what is in my head that is beginning to come out from the mouth, because that is where they should be invading. Thank you for the correction. Yeah, that warning against invading Niger. So if Russia is warning against ECOWAS invading Niger, and ECOWAS is being egged on by the West to go in, they would want to save face. Russia would want to save face and come in. Are we prepared to go against their missiles? Are we? Talking about the war, a lot of the things that those Hausa people came out to protest. Yesterday, I saw a protest. In fact, the one I saw was even more. This one seemed more calm. The one I saw was slightly violent, kind of, and you see, these are uneducated people that are being egged out to go and do this. So when they come out and come and do their own, they will do it in a different way. That is why I was saying, right now, we both have common enemies. Yeah? Usually it is religion they would use, and it will be Christian, they will go and attack. Or another tribe that they will be attacking. But now it is not Christian that has caused this war. It's not a Yoruba or Igbo man. Well, in a way, it is like a Yoruba person that has caused it, because Tinubu is the face of the Yorubas, whether we like it or not. That is how it is being seen. You understand? But then again, let us not digress. It is not a Yoruba person that has caused this war. It is a political issue. The political ideology that we have allowed to pervade and stay in that position, which the North will take 80% of that responsibility for pushing this apparition onto people. And now, like I said yesterday, the chicken has come home to roost. And now they are all seeing what everybody is seeing. But they might be seeing it from a tunnel vision. They might be having a tunnel vision. They're just looking at it, because from the little I could pick from what they were chanting, they were saying, basically, a lot of the things they were saying was not really clear to me. But what I could hear was that Niger, that is, Niger is our brother or our family. Yeah? They now went on to say things like, Nigeria should not look for trouble. They are daring the government, and there was a way they were putting it. It was kind of like a dare to the government to go to war, And they were saying things like, they are not supporting the war, saying they were not supporting.
So, but what were they telling Tinubu?
They were saying something about Tinubu. It came across like Agama Tinubu, Niger, and so something like they should tell Tinubu Niger is our relation. But I did not hear that thing that you are saying we did not vote for Tinubu. I didn't really hear it. It's possible that it was said, but there was so much, the way it was being, I couldn't hear it clearly. No, I didn't hear that part. But I'll go back again and try and strain and see if I can pick it.
But that's is okay, as long as we can already see that they are not happy.
They are not happy.
Yes,
they are not happy, and they are daring the government. They are daring the government.
Yeah, Mr. Office, I can hear Hausa very well. What they are saying is that Niger is their brothers. They have been living for so many years, so they should not come and impose war on them.
Yes.
So that is what they are just saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So basically, these people now, if they, the good thing is, the positive thing that I'm seeing is, because Nigeria getting to where we need it to be, they have to wake up. And the good thing is like they are beginning to wake up. Maybe not in the way we expect or want them to wake up, but one thing is for sure, they are dissatisfied with what is going on. They might not have come out to protest when this man stole the seat because they were in support of it. They might not have come out to protest because petrol has gone to 600. Well, they might not have understood. But what they have understood is that war is coming to their backyard. And as a result of this man that they have put there. So now they are coming down, because what will the implication of the war will let them know that at the end of the day, it is not like religion that will give you peace, that will give you prosperity. It is not religion, it's not tribe that will give you peace, will give you prosperity. It's putting the right person in power. And we should seize this opportunity to let them understand, to educate them. And that is what I would want Labour to be doing right now, the Labour camp, to go in, use this opportunity, to use it as a campaign foothold, as a campaign. Let it be that we are still campaigning. If Labour is listening, the Labour campaign, the leadership, please use this as an opportunity. These people are in a place now where their consciousness is open to receive the information that we are about to give them, that putting the right person wouldn't have taken us to war. Choosing the right person will make right decisions for Nigeria. Choosing the right person will turn the lush lands in the north to fertile economies, and that is exactly what our principal has been saying. This is the critical time to go and brainwash them out, take out all that they have been brainwashed, take it out and inform them with good, clean information that it is not religion that will give us peace. It is not tribe that will give us peace. It is the right person, the right government instituted in power. And we should use this opportunity to continue to campaign, to get foothold, to flush out the evil APC and all its supporters out of market. Mr. Peter Obi, he said, I think I've spoken about Mr. Peter Obi, but I put a note that it is very clear that during the campaign season, right? During the campaign season, you see that statement, that article that you read, it just came to my mind that it is very, very clear that during the campaign season for 2023, Mr. Peter Obi would never be the option for the West. From his stance, from the get-go, he was never an option for them because they cannot achieve their evil against Nigeria through him. They knew. So they were dilly-dallying between Tinubu and Atiku to see who could be a better stooge, a good stooge for them. And unfortunately for Atiku, Tinubu won on the scale because he was already a compromised dude from the very beginning. And that is how he overscaled and got in against Atiku. Because if Atiku was in that position that Tinubu is, we will still be going to war. Maybe not as quickly and as fast. He will do some diplomacy and all that, but that could still be a possibility. So they went with the stooge that will get them into that position as quickly as possible. Within how many months? Look at how he's bringing. We are almost on our. We are on our knees. We are on our knees, and they are RAPAED us anyhow. They are just doing it anyhow. We don't have anybody that can even say stop. That is why I don't blame Africans for going to Russia. I don't. While I do understand that it is another evil, but from all estimation and from what history has told us, they present as lesser evil. But right now, how do we stand up and fight the evil in our backyard? Do we have the muscle on our own to fight the evil that is in our backyard without getting the help we need to be able to give us the confidence to go against those bigger ammunition? We don't even have the kind of sophisticated ammunition that they have. How do they expect us to go into that kind of war? How can we even face our oppressors without the kind of support that is giving us that boldness? We understand the politics, the optics of it and everything, but Where do we have that backbone on our own? That is the question. If we do, then to hell with Russia, to hell with whatever it supports, if we can. But can we? And the time is seemingly like ripe right now for Africa to pull itself out of donkey years of slavery and start afresh. Our development has been arrested. It has been arrested, truncated, destroyed, anything that we can think of. And our minds have been manipulated and destroyed in a way that we do not know how to get back from. The only way we can get our sanity right now is just to be united. Let us just be united in purpose and know who our enemy is and face the enemy. Oga Elvis,
thank you.
Lamido came to talk. He is saying that Tinubu is a novice in the field of international politics. I beg to say he too is a novice in the field of international politics. He is a novice, a big one, because if anybody thought that Tinubu is in the market of diplomacy, what diplomacy? Does he even have a choice in the first place? What is playing out now? They don't have a choice, nothing. It is what the master tells them to do. The only thing is if they want to buy themselves, so that they don't have to be under the dictates of the whip of the master. So Lamido, who has been frolicking in the corridors of power for God knows how long, should also be aware that we've put a stooge on the seat, and the stooge will only do what the stooge is being told to do. So I will conclude by saying the West have had an operational template in Africa for all those hundreds of years that they have been, ruling us as colonials, as colonial masters. The neocolonialism, the imperial, we are now in, all the isms. They've always had an operational template that has always worked for them. But unfortunately for them, they did not envisage the uprising. I think they've always been comfortable in the fact that they've kept Africa where Africa needs to be. Africa has been enslaved, indoctrinated, slapped, RAPED, in all ways that they have no choice but to kowtow to their wills and their caprices, that they did not envisage the Niger, a country like Niger, a non-entity by their own estimation, the second most poorest country in the world, as they say. I've not checked it yet, but that is what I think I came across. That country should be the one that should bring all this great awakening again. When Mali and Burkina Faso did their own coup, it didn't really hit my consciousness, and I bet you it didn't really hit a lot of Nigerians' consciousness as well, and the world, because the world did not pick it up, did not amplify it in all the alternative medias and the mainstream medias. But now we are seeing Niger in it's loud, it's all over. Niger has given them a challenge. The younger brother, the youngest of the younger brother of Africa is giving them a challenge. They didn't see that happening. They didn't see that. And because of that, I'm saying they will act out of script. And when they act out of script, they have no template to follow. Should in case an uprising, what do we do? That is where they will make mistakes. And that is where I hope that Africa will take advantage of the errors, the mistakes, the loopholes that they will make, because they've burnt a lot of bridges. The West, they've burnt a lot of bridges along the way, that a lot of countries have turned their backs on them. So hopefully we would take in. And like Madam Rita highlighted something, she was making have addressed to the Mali, Burkina Faso guys, the Malians, about watching their backs, keeping watch. I want to believe that Africans have woken up now to the fact that this is how these people have been operating. They've been taught, information have seeped into their ears and understand that this is the operational manual of the West. So nobody would be willing to put themselves in that line to betray a brother. And if in the event they have been found in that situation, the option that these people will take is to buy them. I pray that they will agree, they will let themselves to be pied as heroes than to betray their brothers. I rest my case. Thank you so much.
All right. Madam Busy Brace, thank you very much for your submission. For the first time, I have to really leave you without any kind of interjection or interruption.
I shock.
Yes.
I said, let me quick.
No, deliberately. I just want to leave you today. Make you just talk how you want them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, madam. God bless you. I appreciate you all. I would like to appreciate every one of you right there on the comment section. Those of you listening to us right now, remember we're fighting for a better Nigeria. We're fighting for our country. We have to do this. Trust me, our forefathers could not do it. Our fathers could not. We, in our generation, Nigeria will be better. Yes, Nigeria will be better. These guys, these satanic guys are feeling the heat. We should always have that in mind. They are feeling the heat. So bringing of election, I believe this is, if we succeed in this by the special grace of God, and if the judiciary do the right thing, this will be the end of ringing of any kind of election in Nigeria. Have that in mind. We are about breaking the yoke. Judiciary, do the right thing. Do the right thing. A lot of people are suffering. A lot of people are suffering. Thank you very much, my people. I'd like to hear from Mr. Moses. Mr. Moses, thanks very much for your patience. I would like you to talk to us. Good evening to you. Okay, Mr. Moses, it looks like you're not there right now, so I have to come back to you. Thank you. Prince Akwashi, thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Good evening to you. Are you there? Okay, some of you are not here. Okay, I'll just be moving to the next person. P-Soft, good evening to you, sir. Are you there with us? Okay. Okay. Yeah, but your voice.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're better now. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Good evening to you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, the panelists. Thank you, listeners, viewers, and the Nigeria as a whole. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd like to thank you, Mr. Elvis, for the opportunity to be on your platform, to always come here to air my views, to
please be close to your audio, sir. Be close to your audio.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you are better now. Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here on your platform and for to be a part of this program, to learn, to air my views. I really appreciate that. And I really want to give a touch on first on the Pastor Chris response to the Niger coup. You see, if you listen to Pastor Chris, you know that the man, the Pastor Chris, he's a communicator. You see, this is what I always talk about: ability to break down information for understanding is what really matters. So when he talks about the activities currently happening in Niger, you understand exactly what's going on around the whole world. And if you look at, he made reference to kind of like if you impose the government, if you impose a system on the people, somebody has to do something about it. if you don't vote, if the people never voted you into office, and you impose yourself on the people, then something has to be done about it, because no one has monopoly of violence. Just because you're able to impose yourself on the people does not mean that there are no capable hands that will also do something about it to repair it. So if you're doing anything to impose yourself on the people, just also have this in mind that somehow something may be cooking for you too, because you can't beat over 200 million Nigerians. You can't do that. You don't have the capacity to do that. So if something happens to you, you should also take it. You should also take it. The government is planning to go invade Niger, and they don't even know what awaits them. So they think they are going to go invade Niger, want to show strength to say, oh, we don't want military rule. Something is cooking at your backyard too. You have no idea of. Something might just be cooking right there. And then you're talking, oh, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do the BD of the Western world. Who cares? We don't care about the Western world. We care about ourselves. We need to focus on ourselves. We need to take care of our people. I listened to, I think, the first speaker today, or the second speaker, when he was making mention of how poverty has ravaged the society. Poverty has destroyed our society. If you ask anybody, I was saying to one of my friends today that it looks like Elvis has left a comment in the mouths of many Nigerians, because anybody I meet, I ask them, they will say we cannot continue like this. And this is the only platform where you used to say that we cannot continue like this. Now it's on everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. We cannot continue like this, including those that voted APC. We cannot continue like this. We cannot continue like this. That's what they're saying everywhere. I was like, man, it looks like the word has really spread, has gone far. People knew that something is wrong with the system. People are aware that things are not going well, that this administration cannot continue. People are aware of it. We can't continue like that. We can't go on with this kind of madness. This is madness. I listened to the Economist or a young man on the Arise TV that was talking about the economy of the country. You see, the economy of this country is completely gone. Nigeria is completely finished because the system that is in operation is not a good system. It's not a system for the people. There has to be a system for the people, a system that takes care of its own people. So the policies that these guys are putting forth are not policies that takes care of the people. They put up policies, unreasonable policies, policies that are not attainable, policies that have got nothing to do with the poor common masses. Dollar is 950 naira per dollar. 950 naira per dollar. How do you expect the country to how? And some people are still hoping that somehow, someday, miracle is just going to happen. Miracle ain't happen anywhere. We are the one to make that miracle happen. The people will make the miracle happen by taking actions. We have to take actions. So we have to speak in a language that our people will understand that, hey, we just have to do something about this shit. If it's going to take us to protest, okay, what does it take us to protest? And we're going to stand by that protest for this nonsense to stop. Not even protesting against war that is about to take place in Niger, but at least to solve the hunger problem in Nigeria first. Something needs to be done urgently. Otherwise, like that young man said, like the first or second caller said, that it's going to go beyond repair, because when people are loose on the streets, you just cannot you might not be able to control anybody, because people are suffering, people are hungry, people don't have money, and I think the schools are going to resume very quickly. So people are thinking how they're going to pay school fees. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. When the country fails, this is what you get. And the military is supposed to rescue the country right now. That's what's supposed to happen. The military is supposed to rescue Nigeria. You don't leave the country in the hands of politicians. That's what the military is supposed to do. It's their responsibility. But in very where they fail, then some other guys might do it. Some other guys might do it because someone has to do something about a situation. Something needs to be done urgently. And for the people of the north, for the northern people protesting against the war in Niger, you see, the level of illiteracy in the northern part of the country is alarming. So when sometimes I don't want to blame the kids too much, because their politicians manage to play on their intelligence. You know, they misuse them, they take them away from education, they lie to them about several times. So those young men don't even know nothing. A lot of people, a lot of them that you saw on the streets, majority of them are not in schools. They are not trained. They have no skill, nothing. So, you know, people, wherever they are being pushed to, that's where they go. Okay, you want us to do this? Oh, they just go there. They can't really differentiate between, they can't really analyze situations. So they are just kind of like rigid, being stuck in one direction. That's why the northern elite killed the Alamajiri school that Jonathan tried to build. There was a reason for that. When Jonathan built Alamajiri schools, there was a reason for that. He wanted the people's minds to be open. He wanted them to be educated, just so they'll be able to reason, you know. In few years' time, if the level of illiteracy continues in the northern Nigeria, the whole country goes nowhere, believe me. The whole country goes nowhere. And this is deliberate. This is deliberate. If you make the majority of the northern people to be uneducated, it means you are holding the country a ransom. And I think that's when Nigeria might just break up, because at the South, at the point, the South will be tired of that situation, and then they may want to just cut off from the northern part of the country. So they better understand the mess they are in right now is a big mess. It's a big mess. Yes, we know that a lot of people are not in schools in most part of the country. We understand that, but not like the northern part. I mean, I go there and I see these things. It's just too hard. Because we do a lot of research. We try to, you know, do survey, try to understand the people's mind, the territory, what's happening, and then how people try to live their life. You understand what I'm saying? So these things, in few years, we go nowhere if nothing is done urgently regards to this situation. So they better quickly address the educational system, especially the northern part of the country, so that kids can go back to school. You can't also keep kids out of the school and expect the country to be in a better position. It's not going to happen, because at the end of the day, they're going to use them. And the reason they do this is so that they become tools in the hand of the few selected politicians. They become tools. They begin to use them to do their own bidding, and then making the people living in a very devastating environment. A situation, an environment whereby they are not able to reason. You know, when a man is hungry, when a man is hungry, he can easily give in to anything. That's what's happening, because when they don't have enough food to eat, they just promise them some little biscuit and bread, kind of stuff like that, and then you hear them, you know, praising those people. Why? Because they made them so poor. They made the education system to be so bad, to the extent that only the top ones continue to rule them. No other child is able to grow up to meet them. Only their own family continue to rule, continue to be in the offices, in the governmental positions, getting appointments, while the rest of the kids, they just grow They marry, they just live like that, and then they are gone. Same with their kids, it's just kind of rotational. It's so sad. It's so sad. And then for the judiciary, I would like to say that you do not have a choice because the constitution is clear. I'm not begging you. No, nobody's begging you. You do not have a choice. The constitution is clear. It's written in English. We know what it says. We know the contents of the constitution. You are only in a position to make the pronouncement, to pronounce it and give the judgment. I'm not in that position. If I was a judge, maybe I would have been among those judges. But since you are the one opportune, you are a judge, so you give your judgment based on the constitution. Anything outside of the constitution, any judgment outside of the constitution, believe me, you are in trouble, big time, because you broke the constitution. If the politicians broke the constitution, we do not expect the judges to also break the constitution. So if the politicians broke the constitution and the judges also broke the constitution, then someone has to do something. God bless you, Mr. Niger Watch. I'm still sitting right here listening. God bless you.
Thank you, Agape Soft. God bless you too. I appreciate you. Yes, a lot of people are listening to us, and because we are here every day, so we've converted a lot of people who were on the edge. Many of them that were sitting on the fence, today they are standing for what is right. So it's a good thing. So let's continue to do what is right. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all right there. Okay, let's see if Alex Edoson, are you there with us, sir? If you can talk to us now.
Yeah, I'm here.
Thank you very much,
Can you
sir.
hear
Thank
me?
you for your patience. Yes, I can hear you. Good evening to you. Talk to us.
Good evening Good evening, Mr. Ivis. Good evening to everyone, both those my co-panelists and dear commenters and every other person listening. I just have a few words to add to what every other person have said so far. I would like to say something concerning Pastor Chris. Like one of the speakers said, sorry if I cannot remember your name. He's a very, very wise speaker, or somebody who can pass the message the way it's supposed to be passed. He was so clear in analyzing the situation we are in now. The people are supposed to be at the center of everything. I mean, the citizens, not the politicians, not those who are in positions of authority. You see, these guys in Niger, they took over because they saw that their country was going down the drain, and the citizens supported them. It was a bloodless coup. The people wanted a change, and somebody took the initiative and wants to give them this change. So why not allow the people to decide for themselves? This is a sovereign nation. This ECOWAS thing, trying to bully over others, especially coming from an illegitimate government, so to say, from our own side. You know whom I'm talking about. Trying to do the biddings of France and the US and other parties that are having this interest in the resources of Niger. It's all about the resources that they are getting. They've been mismanaging everything. The citizens are suffering. So somebody now came and said, enough is enough. I don't want my people who have a commonwealth, but they're not getting anything from it. It is time that they get what the Almighty God gave to them. They were born in this land, so everything that is in this land belongs to them. But somebody just came from nowhere, It's utilizing the resources to better the lives of people who don't belong to these people, to this land. So I don't really understand what Tinubu and his cohorts are after. I don't know. How can these people be so selfish? They don't even care. Like I told someone, they said, this guy is not in Nigeria and he hates Nigerians. Because if he is a Nigerian and he has the love of Nigerians at heart, he will not even go this lane. He will not. The brother that spoke from Nigeria, you heard him. We all have relatives in Nigeria. Mr. Evis, you are the moment you are in Nigeria, you can see for yourself, you can hear how things are getting so bad. In all of this, you want to go and start you want to go and fight a war for other nations. You want to fight their war. You want to fight the war of Russia and the West just because you hate your people. Because if you don't hate your people, there is nothing that will even make you think in this lane. People are, in fact, they are going, people are, a brother was saying a family man was begging for 2,000 naira. 2,000 naira. And in this same country, that the so-called senators and whoever they are sharing 70 billion. And there's this same country where you have a president that has not even cared to address the nation, to think about the suffering they are going through. But he wants to go and fight the war of others just because he wants to stay in power. He doesn't love Nigerians. In fact, he hates Nigerians and he hates Nigeria as a country. If he's not in that lane, I don't think he would even be thinking of this situation we are in now that he's trying to put us. But thank God that he's not going to succeed. He's not going to succeed because Nigerians have taken too much blows. They've taken too much pain. He will not succeed. Then coming to our brothers in the north, you see, these two things, I keep emphasizing it: tribe, religion. It is such a powerful weapon, that they've been using. It's one of the, in their playbook, I think that is the major two things that they focus on, these items in their playbook. We use tribe and religion. They will always buy it. They will always fall for it. And you see, they've been so good at it that they now feel so comfortable and feel it's going to be business as usual. But thank God Mr. Peter became, and he now put it a kind of stop in a way and brought the awareness. It has to stop until Nigerians really come together and who their common enemy is. It's going to be very, very difficult. All what he was talking about during his campaign, is it not what is happening today? Where are you now buying bread because you are from Tinubu's tribe? Where are you buying bread cheaper? You go to the fuel station, do you show an ID card that is going to say, oh, this guy was for Agbado, so he's going to get it cheaper? No, we are all into it. Everybody's into it. And why did you do what you did? Just because you believe in tribalism. Nothing else. You never cared. You knew from the onset he's not competent, he is corrupt, everything that is not good goes with him. But you decided to put a blind eye and say, he's my tribe. Just like the other guys in the north. Oh, what religion? He's a Muslim. No problem. That's all. It's okay with me. As far as he's a Muslim, it's okay with me. Now you are bearing the brunt. So you see, this What did he say, Principal? This rascality and this evil has to be broken. And if this is broken, I think there's going to be a headway for Nigeria. And as for the judiciary, just like my brother just said, we're not begging you. You are part of the country. If you want to let it go down, it's all about, it's everybody. You are not going to escape it. So don't do the right thing. I'm not begging. It's either you do it or you don't. For the end, we're going to see where the country is going to is heading to. So I just sincerely hope, because hope is the last straw that we're holding on to. Everybody, this life is all about hope. If you don't have hope, then there's no need for you to live at all, you know. So that things will go the right way, that the judiciary will take the right decisions, so that our principle we now begin to take Nigeria in the right direction. Nigeria is going in the wrong direction now. It can when you have the right person to do the bidding, to do the piloting, to take the ship, the right captain, I think we'll get to the promised land. So let's just keep our fingers crossed, keep hoping and praying and talking like we are doing here every day. Thank you once more for giving us the opportunity to reach out to fellow Nigerians and those who have ears to hear. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alex Edoson. Thanks for your wonderful submission. Thank you too for joining us all the time. Yes, it's a collective effort. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you very much, my people, right there on the comment section. I appreciate you all. Eva Line, I can see you, BTV Nigeria, and many, many, many more. Thank you very much. Please press on the like button and help us to share. In terms of the likes, we currently have 6,999. You know, if we can achieve 800 likes this evening before we round up, that would be nice. You know, currently the people that is watching, we have 900 or something people watching us. Nigeria Watch have 800 or something there, so we can still achieve 800 likes. That would be good. Press on the like button, my people. Currently it's 702, 704. Continue to press on it. Let's see how many we can go before I call on the next person. Oga Moses, it will be you next, but I'm coming to you. 1 minute. Let me monitor these likes. Please press on the like button. We currently have 708 now. Let's take it at least close to that 800 that we need to achieve tonight before we close the broadcast. 711 now. 711. Press, my people. We are getting there. 712. And they look at why they here, they watch them. And they watch them. 714. Let's take it further. Let's take it further because sometimes we need to do this. 715 now, yes. Thank you. Press Sam. 716. I don't really want to stay long here today. You know, although I say this every day, I don't want to stay long. I end up still spending the 6 hours. But today, you know, please, I really want to. Today is Sunday now. Suppose do only 1 hour, 30 minutes, but you know, they work. 717, 718. Press on, my people. Press on. I don't even know how many hours we don't do now. We don't do more than 3 hours already. 718. Press the like button now. If you can hear my voice, I know a lot of you will never press them. Just press them. Okay, 720 now. Now 800 is supposed to reach before we close. You know, so at least let's cross the half. If we can cross the half, then we'll continue with our submission. I'll come back again to ask for more. No verse. They come back again. You know, 722. Let's cross 50. Let's cross 750. 722. Okay, let me pick this call while I continue to press on the like. Or good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from?
How you doing? My name is Sam Naji, my brother.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to you, sir. You're calling from where?
No, I'm calling from United States of America, though.
Okay, thank you, sir. Talk to us. Mother Rita, I don't see you. Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
New York.
Talk to us, sir.
Yeah, my brother, God will bless all of you. God will bless Nigeria. And yeah, and I'm very, very happy.
Please off your gadget. Off your gadget where you are watching me from, sir. Off it. Turn that one down. You are listening to that. You shouldn't be listening to that. Listen to your phone.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, please. Hello.
Okay, go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank God for the good work all of us Nigerians are doing.
Thank you.
And I believe that the time has come and what God is doing, because whatever we're doing without God, we won't get there. And I believe that Nigerians are realizing what is going on for the past years, decade. And I thank God that this is the time, because there's a lot of prophecy and things that come and pass, and this war, your speech can never go, which I believe that now, with togetherness, both Hausa, both Yoruba, both Igbo, this is not a fight of maybe indigenous or what. What we are trying to do is to build our nation, because when you look at what is going on in our country, you believe that we are the richest in the whole world. Nobody will tell me that. If you tell me that I will live in abroad, I will tell you it's a lie. Why all of us went to school in Nigeria is to become somebody. And I know then, like other people who might be in this platform and other people who have been listening to us will know. I so much believe that there won't be any war for people to die. That's why I'm in support with what our principal, Peter Obi, said. They don't want anybody to go to war. Now INEC have did their own and disappoint us. And as it is, we are looking at our own judiciary, because whatever we're going to do now, we want to see where the problems are and the place we are going to make changes, because God will strengthen us to make many changes in life that will affect our generations or generation to come. Because if you look at the way things are going, there's a big inflation in Nigeria. People are dying. And why I'm praying, let there not be anything. Because if anything, judiciary, we are not begging them. They must do it. It's our constitution. You cannot allow people that didn't go to school and claim that they went to school to rule the country, that they cannot. You cannot tell me, because you can see that people are dollar today, $1 is almost 1,000. $1 is almost $100, 100 naira. It's a shame to even Tinubu, to even all of them that is there. I'm sorry to say this. I'm not telling them. I'm not praying for that, because what will be if they allow anything to happen? If judiciary fail to announce what they're supposed to do, all of them will go down. Everybody will go down. They're not talking. What is happening in other places, what you are seeing, is a player ramble. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not here to threaten, or maybe we come to, but what we are saying now, that all Nigerians have to be, because we don't want it to be violent. We believe we're going to show it the way it's supposed to be. Let more people will not die, because a lot of people have died in that country, which we cannot. Even people that die on their way going to abroad or doing any other thing. People are tired of that, what is going on. I saw one thing in TV, woman is crying. What they did to their family. The old woman and a small. I said, I can't believe that is happening. You see, here we are in America, this is where rule of law goes. You see the way everybody, if you do just 20% in Nigeria, I don't think that any Nigerian will live outside the country. People pay their tax and do things they're supposed to do. We are slavery in America. But people are thinking that I'm telling you the truth. We can't even call a place our home where we can come back and sit down and people will relax where we can be. We are blessed from head to toe.
and people are not suffering. People, you see people every day. People, millionaires are turning to puppets, turning down. People don't have money, don't have even to pay school fees. We know that Nigeria there's free education to a certain level. People that go to abroad is the ones that are stubborn kids. That's why they send them to abroad. But I believe that God will help us, Nigerians. Let's stand. Let everybody, because for us to change things, we have to change ourselves first. Please.
Thank you.
And I believe God will strengthen all of us. I thank you all Nigerians. I thank you people. And I believe with one Nigeria, we will stand and we'll get there in Jesus' name. Thank you, my brother.
Amen. Thank you very much, sir. We really do appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you, sir. All right. My people, that was a wonderful submission right there. The part where he said that we can't even come back home and all that. I've talked about this so many times, that the situation that we are facing, in abroad, a lot of us in abroad want to come back home, but it's not easy. There's no home. That's the truth. Another woman called in the other time. She was crying here. I forgot where she called from, saying that her children cannot even visit home and all that. She's tired of abroad. She can't move back home and all that. The situation of Nigeria is affecting all of us. You can't shy away from it. A lot of us, listening right now, actually initially traveled abroad for a specific time, but that time come pass. To come back, come become wahala. Because your country is not conducive, it's not encouraging. You can't move back home. The insecurity is increasing every day. So my friends, they ask me, say, how we take the survival and we will come the spend time for Nigeria and all that. Yes, now God, now just God. It's not easy. To bring family to this country, Nigeria, is not easy. Carry, if you get wife, husband, children, you carry them. Everybody will just say, like you can do traveling from Canada to America, or America to Australia, or to Japan, or to the UK. At this particular time, can you do that? To take your wife or you and your husband, carry all your children. You say, will they go Nigeria? They go where? God, talk them again. Where you say they go? So it's terrible. So one needs to be very, very prayerful for the judiciary to do the right thing, because we've done everything that we needed to do. We've done everything. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that they do the right thing, so we can have a better Nigeria. Thank you very much, my people. Remember, we're asking for something earlier on. If I go back to the panel, we're asking for likes. Currently, the likes is on 738. Press on the like button if you can hear me, my people. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, moderator, thank you. If you can hear me, please press on the like button, my people. Press on the like button. And we have our Nigeria account on the screen. In case you want to support us, nothing is too big or small. Just put anything there and I'll come here to acknowledge you. Just support what we are doing, encourage us. Some of you said you can't super chat, so that's why sometimes we put this here on the screen to support us. And we have a membership program as well. I did talk about that. It's just right. If you come to our channel, the membership program is just there. It's there. Join. If you see the word join, click on it. You can join. And I can't remember. Yes, we have a PayPal account as well. So in case you request for that, we can post the link on the comment section. Thank you very much, my people. I'd like us to move on right now. So we're going to have a final submission now, so we can round up. Please understand with us, it's not easy. It's not easy doing 6 hours every day. So let me quickly come back to Mother Rita. Thank you very much. You were the first. You're still the first. So give us your final submission so that we can round up this show.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. And everyone who has spoken very well. I have learned some things today. Peter Obi is a special man. He's a very, very special man. And I think there are some people that are exceptionally special that when you go against them, or when you steal something from them, or when you try to outsmart them, the consequences are very grave. What is happening in Nigeria today? The stealing of Peter Obi's mandate, the way people have lied against him, the opposition, the way people have framed stories against him and his family, and they thought they were going to get away with it. Well, this is a man after God's heart. I think so. I'm not God, but I think so. He's not a saint, just like what he said. But when you cheat somebody like Peter Obi, there's a repercussion. What is the repercussion? Not to the country, well, indirectly to affect the country, but the person that took advantage of him or thought that they were smarter than him or they were bigger than Peter Obi's God, what they usually get is disgrace. What they usually get is people questioning their legitimacy. What they would get is people questioning their capabilities to even govern. People question their leadership, what they understand about leadership, what they understand about running an economy, what you understand about respect of rule of law, what you understand about respecting people and standing for the truth. What Peter Obi has successfully done and is still doing, and I think it's the Almighty God that I serve that is kind of like saying, you cannot cheat my son and get away with it. This man hasn't done anything to you. You stole his mandate. You think that the money and the people and the influence you have, you can use to cheat my child, as well as the innocent blood that has been, the innocent people that have passed on because of this wickedness, this aristocratic system of government in Nigeria that has been running for decades. No. So that is why you are now seeing cluelessness. This Niger war came into place, and you can see the cluelessness of Agbado and his camp. You can see them taking out the subsidy. You can see how the value of the naira has in fact, it has gone down the drain. There's 300% increase in inflation. You know, people are crying, people are complaining, you know, people are mourning, people are just sad. Nigeria is just under a very dark cloud. But there's a tiny light, and that's the ideology of the obedience. That's the only tiny light in this fragile darkness that has hovered, that's hovering around Nigeria. So God is playing. I'm not a religious person, but this is what my spirit just told me. Like, God is trying to show everybody this is how this person is. Some of the people that many people respected for so many years, and you thought they were human beings. Now, Peter Obi has come as removed the scale from a lot of people's eyes to say, this is who they really are. They support this government, they entertain it, they are gaining from this government. So this is who they really are. Don't ever think that they support you, they care for you, or they love you. So I just want to say thank you for the likes of you, Mr. Elvis, for these sacrifices that you're making. And it is very sad that we have to go through this, but you know, before victory, we have to pass through pain. That's a fact. And Peter Obi said, my president has said, you know, it is not that they are unfallible. We are going to go through a lot of painful processes, but trust me, we are going to be victorious. All these things Nigerians are going through, we couldn't have gotten it on a platter just like that, but we needed to pass through this process, including the hallelujah praise singers of Agbado and APC. We have to go through this pain, this process for us to get it. The northern elite and the caliphate and the majority of the gullible northerners right now, just because Niger is covering like 6 border towns in the north, they are now seeing the consequences, I hope so, of selecting a leader just because of religious affiliation, and then my Yoruba brothers and sisters in the West, some of them selecting an incompetent alien that you can't even attest to his heritage to your own tribe. This is the consequences of picking such a person based on those prerequisites. My religion, now my brother, Emilokon. That is why I'm going to refer again to Pastor Chris Oyakhilome that says some people deserve a bad government because they have, because they deserve bad leadership, because they themselves have been wicked. They themselves have been biased. They themselves have been religious bigots. They themselves have been tribal bigots. So that is why they are having this pain right now. And that's why sometimes we say people who are shouting, oh, the fuel is too much. Oh, the subsidy, they're crying and they're trekking. These were the people. And in fact, the ones that were jackpine, that are in the embassies and the immigration looking for passport right now. Majority of them were shouting, Emiloko. But where are we today? So this is what Pastor Chris said. Many people deserve this bad leadership in order for them to have the scales taken off their eyes. Because when you feel the pain, you now know that I shouldn't go that route, because I understand how it costs me. So Nigerians, we are still on a learning curve right now. But eventually, I think the majority of Nigerians will see the light. Even looking at Dele Alake and Femi Gbajabiamia, you see them sitting down in that Ecowas meeting. They look lost, completely lost. Their eyes are just blank. They don't know why they're standing there. They don't know what is going on. In fact, you could see that they don't even sleep. They look lost because you are supporting the drug baron. Because of what? How much? Or what position? All their reputation is gone for life, because in the history books, about those names will be listed, and the supporters club your names will be listed. So why would you paint your name in a very terrible color just because of now, not thinking of the future? So my people, let us stop supporting bad things, please. It's not because of religion or my brother or Emiloko is now our turn or is our regional turn. No, and that is why I love Peter Obi. He said, Don't vote for me because I'm your Igbo brothers. So this is message to his Igbo brothers. Don't vote for me because I'm a rich man or I'm a fine man or anything like that. No, vote for me based on competence and character. And that is the basis of the obedient movement. But people still don't get it till now. So people are not getting it now because of the subsidy. Now they're seeing how the naira is the devaluation of the naira. People who are small scale business and are importing things from China now, they're not seeing how it's affecting them. They're not seeing that the production that Peter Obi has been saying is not the solution. That's why we need to go through pain to understand production, not consumption. We have to go through this pain. Niger fight right now it had to happen. See, Peter Obi is a special man. Peter Obi is a special man. Mr. Adewale, I don't know if that's his name, Mr. Naija Watch. I think one Yoruba man from the West was calling, and later he now called us and said, Peter Obi is a special man, that he apologized for the things that he said. Anybody who is spiritually inclined or who understands certain things will know that Peter Obi is not just an ordinary guy. And that is why he's a gift to our generation. He's a gift to this phase that Nigeria is facing. I'm very happy to be alive at this time in my generation. Not even my parents' generation failed us. That's the truth. They know they failed us. So I'm very happy God has now brought somebody, a Joshua, to say, okay, you know what? Come and save my people. I have heard your tears. But God has done his part. God has done his part. That's the truth. He has brought someone like Peter Obi. It is not left for us to do the other part. And that's why I always come to say it is not prayers that built the good roads that we are driving. God has given us the intelligence, the engineers, and all that. It's time for implementation. So please, Nigerians, let us keep talking to the judiciary. I don't trust them. And I'm still going to say it, even if that's what they're supposed to do, do the right thing and disqualify this alien in Aso Rock. And please, wherever Peter Obi, the Chief Justice, Ariola, wherever, even if Peter Obi is in his dining room, having dinner or lunch or even breakfast, carry the witnesses, carry the Bible there, swear him in wherever he is. We don't want, at this time, we don't want all those fanfare, Eagle Square, whatever. When you swear him in as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, then we can do the fanfare and the party in Eagle Square right now. Anywhere he is, with immediate alacrity. As soon as the judiciary announced, I'm talking about the Supreme Court, because I know this case is going to go to the Supreme Court. As soon as the Supreme Court has announced that this is the man who won the election, and this will be the democratically elected President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Peter Obi, and Ahmed Dati as our Vice President, wherever they are, even if they're living, Oh yeah, they should go and start swearing them in immediately. That's what Nigerians need to see. The pain is too much. The pain is too much for even us in diaspora. We're also dealing with inflation as well. In case Nigerians don't know, there's inflation in the West too. So you can imagine, but because of course it's a better system of government, but you can imagine the pressure on us. The pressure on us to send extra money that we normally send to take care of our parents and our siblings. We have to count like three times the amount, and it's still not enough. So it's affecting us one way or the other. So please, Nigeria, let's come together and keep preaching this mantra of the judiciary. Please, please. Judiciary, do the right thing. Thank you very much, Mr. Niger Watch. Have a good week, everybody. And I pray that this week we will hear a victorious news that Peter the Rock Obi is the declared winner. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Rita. May God bless you. Thank you very much for your passionate submission. Always, always, always. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right. Let me, Madam Busy Brains, thank you very much if you're still there with us to give us your final submission.
I am. What more can I add? What more can I say?
Thank you. Thank you, ma.
We thank you so much for all that you've done and all that you are doing. But just to say, like it's been said numerous times, if you throw stone in a market square, it might meet a family member, your child, somebody very close to you. Somebody will be impacted by that. And that is the case of what is happening in Nigeria right now. They dragged someone, even though he came with a lot of baggage. He was the least qualified in terms of character, capacity, and integrity. He was the least qualified, but they imposed him on us because he said Emilokon, because they said he is Muslim, because they said it is Southerner tongue. They forgot that it does not matter where the person comes from or which God the person is serving. Like Peter Obi always says, they don't get it cheaper in the supermarket when they go to buy bread. When they go to the fuel pump, it is not any cheaper. We are all in this mess together. And what has happened right now with Northerners that have insisted that this team should be on the seat, the war is knocking on their background. Before it will get to the South, it will get to them first. It will hit them hard first. It will displace them, And something that was coming into my mind, you see, the North, the Hausa man is closer to the Nigerian in culture, in the religion that they worship, far closer to them than those of us who are classed as Northerners along with them. Though I vehemently tell you, I am not a Northerner, I'm a Middle Belter. I'm from the central part of Nigeria. My culture is totally different. The culture is totally different language. Yes, I understand Hausa and I speak it. My mother does not speak it. She understands it, but she doesn't speak it. But I understand and I speak it. So it is not everybody. Like just trying to educate everybody that it's not everybody. Benue is classed as northern Nigeria, but they are nothing. Most of them don't even speak Hausa. Most of them, they don't even understand it. You understand? So what am I trying to say? The Oyubo master, the slave master, pulled us together, carved Niger out, or should I say included the far northern part of Nigeria into Nigeria and carved Niger separately. You would wonder, why did they do that? Why did they not put the people with whose culture, way of life is very similar together? Why did they divide them and put them in Nigeria and then made them politically powerful than the rest of Nigeria? That is something that I'll come back with an answer if I'm able to. I had a thought of it, and the answer came, and it's not refined, but it's something that we need to be thinking, you know. We need to think about that. Why is it? Because right from get-go they already knew that Nigeria is a land of abundance. The mineral resources in Nigeria is what is, amazing, and they needed an entity of people that will hold it down for them. Well, this is still subject for debate. It is not a fine-tuned theory, but it was something that has been, playing up in my mind since this Nigerian thing happened. But on a final note, I will just say, Nigerians, truth is truth. Like Pastor Oyakhilome said, that the only prayer is that we do not get the leader that we deserve. That is the prayer, that God should not give us the leaders that we deserve, because we as people, and the reader touched on it earlier, we as a people are not deserving to have a Peter Obi as our president, who will treat us with the dignity that we deserve and fill our pockets with the naira that we need to give us that comfortable life and give us the peace and security to live that comfortable life without fear of anybody taking it away from us. You see, we as a people are going through this to open our eyes of how wicked we are as a people. Because if it is not wickedness, why did we not open our eyes to the fact that a criminal cannot lead you aright? Because we are also criminals. We condone a criminal because we are thinking, he who lives in a glass house cannot throw stone, because if I call him a thief, me, I'm also a thief. It still doesn't make it any better. Call yourself a thief. Be honest and let yourself know that I'm a thief. Even though this is what I do as a profession, it is wrong, but I'm just managing it. That person is a thief. It is wrong. Wrong is wrong. If we start calling wrong wrong, even though we are participants in that wrong, we should not be comfortable in that wrong. We should challenge ourselves to come out of that wrong to a position where we can say, at last, if I'm able to come out of it, then I'll be able to work with those who are still in it to be able to come out of it. But if we carry an instituted criminal, he is an institution on his own that needs to be studied on the kind of things that he has done. We carry him and put him there, instituting Nigeria to be a country of criminals. That is what it means. Both you that is not a criminal and the criminals, we will all be criminals because we are being governed by a criminal. What do we expect? This is an opportunity for us. It has opened our eyes. I only know that we are going to come out of this, because it can just not be the events that has conspired to get us to where we are today. It is not by mistake. There is an ordained hand, a bigger hand that is at the behind the scenes, orchestrating things, because some few have refused to sit down on their backside and be comfortable with the corruption and every evil that is going on. Some few, like Mr. Elvis, who is out here every day with his bullhorn, louding it to say that wrong is wrong, this is the right thing to do, because of the few. That is why Nigeria will prevail. I have so much faith that all this that is happening is like a movie. Even though one day you wake up, the pain and the hurt of the things that we've been going through, the implication of it sinks in at once, and you feel overwhelmed. How do we get ourselves out of this rut? But it has to get rotten, bad, darker before we can see the light. Peter Obi is coming. Judiciary, I am not, I have no trust where the judiciary is concerned. Every day, or guys, you've not been putting the polls. Every time you put that poll, I am always saying I do not trust them. And I still stand. I do not trust them. I don't trust them. What I trust is the amount of evidence that our lawyers have been able to evidence in courts, have been able to show in court, to prove their case that they won. And the fact that the other side, the Olani Pekuns, could not even they could not bring anything. All they can say is strike out, strike out. On what grounds are they asking for the striking out? They did not bring a credible superior argument to the table. And for that, I know that there is no way they will give us the judgment that we deserve. But the other thing, I'm not blind to the fact that there are unseen forces that will want to influence their decisions, that would want to make it difficult for them, even if they have the good intention to do it. It is those unseen forces that I am at how would I put it now? I'm saying to the judges is that do it to the end, even if it costs you everything, because Nigeria will know you as heroes. Thank you so much. Okay,
Thank you, Madam Busy Brace. Thank you very much. God bless you. You see, the opportunity why I give you today, Madam Busy Brace, not be every day, not be Christmas. So
I thank you, Oga Elvis. I thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
Chief, if you don't come today.
I'm so slow in my submission, so it takes me a while to get my. Thank you so much.
I know. I just wanted to give it out like that today. Thank you. God bless you, man. I appreciate you always. All right. Before Oga Phyllis, I can see you are with us, but I'll come back to you shortly. Let me quickly round up with
no problem. I say me I come mark register. Me I even do work.
Elvis, I don't know if you saw the link I put in the private comments. It's an interview that was done on this thing. Anyway.
Yes, I saw it. But let me go through it. Oga Alex Edoson, are you there? Are you still there with us, sir? Okay, you're not there right now. Let me move on to Psoft. Oga Psoft.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, you're with me. Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Please give me your final submission.
All right. So, yeah, like I just said before, we have hope, that's what we are holding on to now. Obi is coming. And when he comes, he's going to lead Nigeria and take us to the promised land. But we all have to be ready to make sacrifices, because the damage these people have done to Nigeria is just too enormous. It's too much. So it's going to take the sacrifice of everyone, to build our nation again, because it's a generational failure. Past generations failed. The immediate ones, they are failing. It's now our time. I will even count myself a part of them when we want to think about how old I am now. But I'm working, doing my best to see that my children don't go through what we went through and what these people are taking us through. Nigerians have to be ready for sacrifices, because it's not going to be that easy. A lot of damages have been put on us. We have to be ready to make the sacrifice, but the first step has to be taken, and that is the judiciary giving us a mandate, restoring the right person, and then, because we have so much confidence and trust in this guy, we know definitely that he's going to lead us in the right direction. but the people should be ready to make sacrifices. When I mean sacrifices, in terms of our mindset, our ways of living till this time, how we've been doing things so wrong, but we thought or we think it's just the way. We have to change a lot of things. I know we're going to get there. So I thank you once more for your great job and every other person that is making and working towards a better Nigeria. God bless you all.
Oga Alex Edo, so my brother, I appreciate you. Thank you very much, and God bless you for your support. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. Oga Peaceoft, are you there with us?
Yeah, Elvis, thank you very much. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can. Yeah, your final submission, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Madam Rita and Busy Brain and every lesson and everybody on the panel. You see, I'm going to touch on the judiciary. We do know that a lot of stuff's going on from the back end. And we know that you're negotiating, talking about how to deliver justice or judgment. And I like to be very clear on this, that we're not going to accept, me personally, I'm not going to accept any kind of cancellation of election, any statement or judgment of cancellation of election, because the country is going through a lot of difficulties and challenges right now, and the country cannot afford to spend hundreds of billions of naira again to conduct a fresh election when we already know the winner of the election based on the data. And if INEC declares somebody the winner of the election, and then they refuse to give you the results that they used to declare the persons that win the election, that makes it a fraud. That means that INEC themselves they are fraudulent. They are not supposed to be in charge of conducting any further election in Nigeria, pending when a new body is constituted. That's how it's supposed to be, because the system is currently damaged and needs to be fixed. And a reset is currently going on around the whole world. And I said this for a very long time, that should maybe January, February, that Nigeria is not exempted from the reset that is currently going on around the whole world. And we can see that happening in Niger is a part of the reset, because people are resetting their mind, things are happening. I was watching a video today where France troops were on ground in Côte d'Ivoire, and they were conducting stop and search on the citizens of Côte d'Ivoire. That's an invasion. That's an invasion, which means...
Yeah, I saw the video, but how is that possible anyway?
Sorry to interject, my brother. That is what I said yesterday, that the Westerners, they are only good in invasion, not yes.
That's an invasion of the sovereignty of Côte d'Ivoire. So if by tomorrow the military of Côte d'Ivoire decided to remove the government in power, then the whole world is going to be crying, oh, democracy. What's democratic in that situation where the military, the France military, are doing stop and search on the citizens of the Côte d'Ivoire? What does that mean? That's an invasion, which means France has invaded Côte d'Ivoire by proxy. I can't imagine me driving in Nigeria, the UK military is doing stop and search in my own country, and they're searching me as a citizen of this country. They are not citizens. They are searching me. What does that mean? It means my country has been invaded. That's what it means. So the code over military, just in case you are listening, you should understand what's going on. And I do believe you also understand, because even that man supposed to, I think that man, the current president is supposed to have left the office. I think he changed the constitution to remain in office. That's a coup also. By changing the constitution to allow him to remain in the office to contest again, that's a coup. And he's the one telling the Nigerian government that, oh, they must go, the Ecowas, that they will have to go and fight war in Niger, when you already carried out a coup in your own country by changing the constitution to allow you to remain in power beyond the limits. That's a coup. So the Nigerian military, I mean the Nigerian judiciary, understand that we cannot afford to spend more money on election, because I know negotiations going on, and we do not accept that. Allow the winner to be declared. You declare the winner. Compute the result. It's not difficult. Compute the result together. Disqualify Agbado because he's not even qualified in the first instance, because he's a drug baron. He was not supposed to be even nominated by the APC. For whatever reason, out of all the people in the APC, is Agbado they could produce. That tells you the society. That tells you the agenda of the APC. If of all the people in APC, is Tinubu they could produce, is Tinubu that could be produced to represent the whole of APC. That tells you that the APC's agenda is a very, it's a deadly agenda, and they don't mean well for the country. They don't mean well. Even if you're sympathetic with the APC or with Tinubu, are you also sympathetic with the APC to produce such a person, such a candidate, such a character of all the thousands of people they have as members? This is the candidate you could produce. It simply means that good things cannot come out of APC. Good things cannot come out of APC. If this is the candidate you could produce, and look at the vice president, look at the records of the vice president of the APC. Just look at the character. This is madness. This is madness. So judiciary, you just need to understand this. We are watching. Let me send a little message to my brother in Niger, Asari Dokubo. You see, take yourself off this very politics, because this is an international politics that is currently playing. This is not a joke. When I say this, I mean it with all of my heart. This is an international politics that is being playing. What makes you think that Tinubu is going to continue in office? And what makes you think that if Nigeria went ahead to fight Niger, what makes you think that the Nigerians, the Niger, they do not have foreign support? What makes you think so? These are international politics. Stay clear of it. Just keep quiet. Just be looking. Just be looking. If you can't keep quiet, come out and sing music. If you think you can't keep quiet, just come out, sing music, and get back to your house. Just be watching. These are international politics. The game will change in flip. The game will change very soon, so that you won't be rubbish. Because Nigeria is not going to defend you. After all, people are suffering in Nigeria. So you can't sit in the comfort of your home with billions of course, we know you're rich, with billions of naira in your bank account spread across the country. Then you expect people who are trying to feed themselves to still support you. The same people you think they're going to support, they'll be the first to betray you. So stay clear of this politics. I repeat, stay clear of this politics. This is just because game is changing. Stay clear of it. God bless you, Mr. Elvis. God bless you, panelists. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. We appreciate you too. Thank you. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. I so fortunate, when I saw that video, even with myself, I was like, what is happening here? What is happening here, Westerner? Doing stop and search. Well, the way Nigeria they go now, I'm not surprised this might happen in our country if we cannot stop these people right now. Thank you very much, everybody listening to me right there. Let me quickly move on now to the next person to give us the final submission, which is okay, Moses. Mr. Moses, are you there with us?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Moses. Good evening to you once again. Please give us your final submission. If you can make that 5 minutes, thank you.
Okay. Good evening, sir. What is the difference between this present government system that we are using and the military government? That is what I just want to ask from people. Because me, I did not see the difference. Many people are saying that we should not call. We say when we are saying we want military to take over, they are saying we are saying rubbish. But to me, I did not see the difference. Even the military, it is even better than all these system we are using now. Look at the Burkina Faso, the president. That military guy is saying, he said they should not carry our resources out of the country again. Let them come and build whatsoever refinery, anything they want to build in these days. Let them carry out finished product and let them be exporting it out to their own country instead of sending out the natural resources. And that is what I thought is that is very better because it will help our economy. But I was wondering when I saw the news this morning that dollar has reached almost 1,000 naira. Where are we going? Where are we going? Yesterday, when I went out I saw everywhere was very silent in the afternoon. I began to ask people, is this how Nigeria, everything have greatly worsened? They are saying, you did not know anything. I said, I did not know anything because I don't used to go out like that. So I hope Nigerians need to wake up. They need to wake up. Silence cannot do it anymore. Because as I'm looking trend of things, people are suffering. People are suffering seriously. And we need to do something to it. Because revolution, this thing will lead to great revolution. In fact, what will happen in Nigeria, maybe they will start killing those leaders with what I'm seeing. So I don't know what is really happening. I can see that when they said the previous administration have used Nigeria reserve to borrow money from international banks. That each amount of money. Nigeria have finished. Something bad have happened. I don't even know the way what I want to say. Since morning, when I heard that news early in the morning, I don't know what to say. Nigeria have entered recession. Sincerely speaking, let us be realistic. And now we need to rise up. We need to rise up and to make sure that this government is taken out of that seat. Yes, what we'll be talking about in another 1 month or 2 months. They said within 2 months now of this administration now, Nigeria it has worsened for Nigeria about 50% or something like that. What that man said. I thought he said 50%. Hello?
Yes, he said under Tinubu is more than 50%. Yes, you're right.
It's more than 50%. So now,
Yes.
if something go worse, more than 50% in this administration, what we are talking about 2 months now, what is going to happen?
Just ordinary 2 months in office.
Just ordinary 2 months in office.
1 year with
So
him.
let us add another 2 months now. Then nobody is going to go out anymore. Everybody will, that is Nigeria has finished finally. So people need to wake up. People, we need to wake up. We need to say the truth. We need to come out for the truth. I don't know what our religion leaders of today were doing. Many people are just keeping silent. They are telling people, "Don't worry, God we bless you. God we do," until things are now getting worse and worse and worse and worse. By this time now, all religion leaders, all the leaders, all the pastors, they need to stand up. They need to stand up because with the trend of things now, with this news, I told people last month, I said, when this administration comes in, I said, he go and allow he allow naira purchase. If you want to do any international what do you call it, with MasterCard, he increased it to 2,000. Is it not $2,000 limit per day? I said it is too much. It is too much. That will definitely affect our economy. It will affect our economy. And again, all these what do you call it? All the banks are making a lot of money. They will collect dollar from us, and at the end of the day, do you know what is going to happen? They are going to sell it to that black market, to a pearl market. And at the end of the day, they ask you to go to the black market to go and buy dollar. You bring it to the bank. At the end of the day, they too will return it to that black market. They will return it to that black market. So that is what is happening in this country. Government need to fix a lot of things. They said they want to go and fight Niger. Things that did not concern us. So all these things is happening in our own country. You say you want to go and fight Niger. So we need to, anyway, it is people that really cause it, because when God spoke the other time, people will know. I know that Nigerians will not do this mistake again. If things did not, but it is one that will make Nigeria to not do this kind of mistake again. And it is this thing that is happening. Because that previous administration, that Buhari administration, they have stolen 80% of Nigeria money. People did not know. The most corrupt administration is the Buhari administration, and I'm disappointed. This administration, the same thing, the same people, the same people, the same minister that destroyed Buhari's administration, that stole all the money. The same minister, the same thing, is the same thing that Tinubu appointed. So what are we not talking about? So Nigeria will just continue like that. We just continue to be suffering. So people need to wake up and begin to shout. And all these senators, the money they are collecting is too much. The money senators and the House of Representatives are collecting is too much. They need to cut all those things down. They need to cut it down. Yes, Nigeria will continue like this. And in fact, in the next 2 or 3 months, we just enter recession totally and forget about Nigeria. God will bless us. God will have mercy upon us in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you very much, Mr. Moses. Thank you for your wonderful submission. It's good to have you with us today. Appreciate you all. I would like to quickly appreciate Ame Bright. Thank you very much, madam, for your super chats. It's good to have you here. Thank you for joining us once again. God bless every one of you, my people. We have come to the end of this broadcast. It's been a long day for me. I'm looking forward to when I'll have my evening outing for myself. Yes, judiciary do the right thing so that everybody can have rest of mind and have peace. In fact, many of our diasporans in abroad, they cannot move back home. You know, a lot of them, they already made the money. They want to move back home. They want to come back home and live their life. Home is home, regardless of what. Home is home. I love my country. I want Nigeria. I'm not part of people that want Nigeria to scatter or to be divided and all that. I just love Nigeria. If you are dividing anything, leave me for inside Nigeria. Me, I love Nigeria. I just want Nigeria to work. That's my stand. I want Nigeria to work. I want a better government where I will be proud to be a Nigerian. I can present or sample my Nigerian passport anywhere, you know. When you say person they travel, you hold another person's passport, you'll be proud. When you reach your own, you they hide them. It's ridiculous. So we cannot continue like this. Yes, we can't continue like this, my people. So let's stand for what is right. Let's continue to stand for what is right. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. But before I go, let me come back to the lights. Remember, we still have over 700 people watching us. The lights is currently on 769. Let's take that to 800. And 800 I asked earlier on. If you complete the 800, that's fine. If you not complete, in fact, me, I'm not go anywhere. Press on that like button to make it complete 800. If you don't want my tulobo. If you don't want my tulobo, just press on the like button. Somebody don't press on. Did that person will press on now? You don't want my tulobo at all. You know, see, many people don't want my tulobo. They don't press. You see, that's my wonderful family. God bless you all. We currently have 772. Yes, it's already increasing. And God will bless you now. Let's make it 800 before we go. 773 now. It's not much. I think what we needed now is just 26, right? Yes, 26. You know, 25. We need 25. 25 to go. Let me count it like that. I think that will be much better. Yeah, 24 to go. 24 likes to go. 23 likes to go. 23. 22 to go. 22 to go. Like. Press on the like button. Press. 21 to go. 21 to go. 21, 21, 21, 21, 21. 20 to go. 20 to go. 20 to go. Press on the like, my brothers and sisters. If you can hear my voice, do that for me. I beg you. Okay, 781. 19 to go. 19 to go. Let's climb. Let's climb. You go complete the 800, whether enemy like them or not. You go complete. No more, no worry. My people there, they'll press them. Now, only time it go take, but me a day, I'll wait. 781, we're still there. 19 to go. 18 to go. 782 now. Press on the like button, my people. 18, 18, 18, 17 to go. 17 to go. 783 now. Press on the like button. Press on the like button. I know I'll be singer for singer. If I sing, nobody go buy the music because I don't get a good voice when it comes to music. Press the like now, my people. Press the thumbs up, the like button, the thumbs up. Thank you. Now God will bless you now, my people. Let's move on now. Where are the people? Only 16. Are you telling me the remaining 16 people are sleeping, or everybody that is right here right now have hit on the like? No, there's still some people amongst these 600 or something people that is still watching. We never press like. So just they press them now. They press them now. Just 12 to go. 12. 12, you see, very close. Just 12. Oga, madam, you with this side duvet, come out. Go press our like first before you sleep. Oh. Go and press it. Go and press it before you sleep. We have 10 to go. We have 8 to go. Wow, you see? Even some people will be not relaxed, they don't sleep. Oga, I beg, leave your wife, may go press my like first, I beg. Madam, leave Oga, may go press like first. May they press the like before we go. Eh? This is some people, they look me now. Eh? Just press some. 9 to go, just 9. Just 9. It is easy to Modia's Academy. It's easy. It be easy. I don't know why they be like this. I don't say it's easy to press, but some people I don't understand. You know, we are still waiting. 9 to go. It must complete. If you not complete midday here, I day yet tomorrow morning. That 9 must complete. It go complete. It's 9. He remain 8. See, madam don't leave Ogame go press her down. So now the other way around. So God leave madam go press the like now for YouTube before she come back to you. Press them. Leave them. Now only 8 remain. Oh God, leave them. Press them now. Oh God. Press the like and let's move on. Okay, when I say if you're not complete now, okay, you go come out. Me. I not go call anybody for panel and make they speak. Now hear me go your day. You know, press on the like button before we go. It's very, very important that it must complete. Who they call this time? I know they pick call again, not verse. I beg call tomorrow. Just call tomorrow, God, madam, whoever that is calling. Yeah, 6 to go, just 6. 6 likes, just 6 likes. 6. If you know so you love me, press on that 6. Now 5 remain. If you love me, press that 5. Make I for go sleep. If you love me or not be Ghana, God go bless you. If you know so you really love me, press that like that, make it complete. Make me goes relax. So some enemy of progress now go to city say this like now money they press. So now you know say we have so many ignorance, so many lunatics. Not be money. Press like me, say YouTube would not recommend this video later. You will go carry and go give people for their doorstep. Say, watch this video. You know, it's recommended. You don't know what recommendation means? Before I was to say, with the beg for likes and the like and money, the likes not be money. Go school. I won't went. I mean, also that this speaker go school. I won't went. I don't know who speak. If I say like I speak that English that year for one movie. You see, another one we talk. He says people will say education is expensive. Illiteracy is more expensive. Abi? I don't know how to talk that one. Do your research, bro, and know what the like stands for on YouTube. All right. Thank you. 4 more to go. Just 4. 3 to go. 3 to go. 3 to go. 3 to go. You don't go back to 4 again. Why now? Oh God, madam, now mistake you take press on before because now you be give press, you constantly take them back. Don't worry. Even though you not put them back again, somebody go replace you. Nobody they feel leave vacuum for my life. Don't worry. Now so God talk him. God say anybody where if he say he cannot be replaced, I go replace him for you, my son, my daughter. Nobody, anybody as a human being, including myself, is replaceable. Anybody is replaceable. So don't worry. Not to carry each other. More not to carry each other for each others. So people when they join my panel before, some of them don't join me again now because but today you are replaced. So I love you, but I don't have a problem with you. But listen, we get that for our. Thank you very much. You don't reach 8:05. Then God will bless you. That. Thank you very much, my people. I quit talk this story. Our You know, our tradition get one music where they play. I don't get that music for you for play. You say Ogboga no moba. Kai, please I get that music that year. I don't know how to find now. I think I be get them. I for plan. Get I for your plan right now, but that Ogboga no moba, that story, I know if you talk I know if you talk people will go assist me talk and not they panel again. You know, if maybe Alex the here that is good at that. If Mother Patricia was here or yeah and all that, therefore help me. Mother Rita as well, yeah. But he get with me. He means say you can't get one man. If I'm not talking well, make una not vessel. You can't get one man for Benin Kingdom. Because I'm not vessel if I'm not talking well. That man might be Ogboga Nomoba. And I don't know what Ogboga Nomoba me for Benin for English, but it be like say na band they play. Na the drum, they play, yes, drum. So because say now only in the fit play that drum, right? That's why I be speaking. If you call in Ami airport, talk this thing, I go pick your call. No worry, I be say I not pick her again. Or I go talk am I take see am. I take know am. I know say they tell me this story that year. Because now only they play drum for the whole kingdom. It can't they form say without him, nobody will fit do anything. He can't go pretend say indoor die. He can't go pretend say indoor die. He can't send people, maybe go tell our king say indoor die. So as we pretend say indoor die, so our king don't go bring another person, may come play the drum. For where this man so Ogboga no Mombana, for where he dey so they pretend saying don't die. In con year say person they play the exact drum I ain't they play on that year. Okay, somebody is calling. Hey, now Mr. Chris the call. So, Mr. Chris, thank you very much, sir. Good evening to you. I guess you called to rescue me. Oh.
Yeah, but you know they talk the story, they go now. You are on the right track. Yeah. But the way they pronounce it, laugh me.
No, because I remember say they teach me that story that year, but I don't know how I want to put them.
But the story, yeah. Now the story, that's what you take they talk and they go now. The man pretend say he don't die. So
okay.
They can't go to the palace. The palace gave him a befitting burial. Found one. They recognize him, give him fine befitting burial because of the service to the palace. You know. So as they don't do everything finish now, October one do occasion. The small boy where they sit down near that guy, if in they play that band and the flute. This flute where they play. So the small boy where they sit down near him, he don't know say that small boy they watch him.
Yeah.
So October one do this one ceremony now. So they come say, who go play this flute? This guy don't already go. Now this small boy come say go try. They can't give her the flute and the band. As the guy begin to play, everybody's surprised. He can't even play past the main person. So where that one come here, where he hide put. Now he come say, who they play this flute? So where he can play past me? Guy come out, come go palace. Palace, you know, this is abomination. They say you don't die, you don't die.
You don't
the
die.
living and the dead cannot, they cannot cohabit together.
Just
so
continue.
You have to go back to the land of the dead. You have to go back to the land of the dead.
I beg, Mr. Chris, I bet tell the world waiting that in me for life. Because that's what I was trying to say.
Yes. You see, two very important lessons there. I think the first one be say the person will even replace that guy. So funny enough, even small boy will sit down and be look him. So if you feel say you too big, the person will go replace you go be ants. That's what they do when you say you too big. Now one small picking, now I go replace you. And that small pikin will replace that guy. So now only sit down, they look the guy, not be saying a boy, not be saying the guy they teach and work. But as the guy they play that flute and that band, everybody they enjoy it. So that small pikin go they watch him. You can imagine somebody from because of pride, from glory before come grasp. And when somebody want to replace an small pikin, now replace him. And you will see the other judgment with the Oba give. Oba tell us that the living and the dead cannot coexist. So go back to the land of the dead. That is very crucial. It's a crucial judgment. Because it means say, wait till you feel say, now only you want go feel to am. Don't be surprised. There are thousands and thousands of people that can do it. And apart from that, if you too carry yourself above other people, it means you cannot live amongst those people. So you have to go back to where you feel, say you feel exist on your own. And the guy left and he became lonely by himself. So that's just the moral of the story. So anything where we did do, let's thank God that he has given us the opportunity to be able to function in that role. So we say now we be the best. No be saying that we do and pass. There are many people who don't do what we they do. They don't do and pass us, but they don't recognize them. For the fact say your own, everybody can't know you. Don't think you are the best at the grace of God. And at the time you can't put pride, join them. The good thing will get us. You are not only Benin culture. The story is a different culture, even for Jewish culture. Remember King Nebuchadnezzar. The same thing still happened. God turned him to animal. Or sure and go inside bush because of pride. So pride and spirit, even the wahala where everybody did for this one, now still the same pride. Now I pursue Lucifer come out from heaven, come turn to devil where we get. So pride is nothing. And you still see the way God still judge Lucifer, he still pursue and come out from heaven. So if you too get pride, chase you away from everybody's supposed today.
Yes.
You go to live on your own. So that's exactly
God
the story that was told in the Bible. 4,000 years ago, the same story in Benin ancestral kingdom, the same thing. If you are too proud, if you can't live amongst people, you have to go to your own kingdom. So now, so my brother,
thank you,
you
sir,
for the opportunity to explain and for picking the call. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May God bless you for coming for my rescue. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Amen, sir. Thank you.
I know, because I know saying that if my people did scream with me, therefore help me with what they try to talk just now. Yes, that is it. You know, because that is just the fact, my people, in life, they could not believe, say, in everything, you know. Listen, I don't know how to put it on. Let's just be there for each other. You know, it's very, very important than thinking that, yes, you own the world. Nobody owns the world. You know, if you are not here, somebody will still be here with us. If you are alive, you know, if you are alive, I've said it before, you know, try and use the opportunity you have in life to do the right thing. I'll say that again. If you are alive today, use the opportunity you have, you know, your breath, everything, to do the right thing. Many people day cemetery today, they went with very, very good talent, a lot of information that they refuse to share. When they are alive, they died with it. And you get them. Many of you, they listen to me right now, many of you are better. God don't bless you now. Money is not everything. You have so many things in your head that you need to share to turn lives around. But sometimes, based on selfishness, we don't want to do it. We don't want to do it. God forbid, say, before tomorrow, you know, day life again. Then everything will just be buried like that. No, it's not nice. Let's stand for what is right and do what is right. Now, here we'll draw the curtain, and God will bless you, and my people. Thank you very much. I would like to, Tony Africa, I can see right there. I'm a bright. I'd like to appreciate you once again. Thank you very much for the super chat. Amaka Fojabi, busy, Madam Busy Brains. Thank you very much for the super chat. God bless you all. Thank you. And Mr. Joseph Oji, thank you very much for the super chat. Alex Sarodion, thank you for the super chat. Pretty EJ, thank you for the super chat. May God bless you all. Those of you on on the comment section, mother of all, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you always. And Patricia Tagojomi, although we didn't hear from you today, but thank you for what you're doing for us. Always, I appreciate you. Thank you, Madam Martina Obasu TV, Madam Irene's Finance. Thank you very much. Kashi, you were around today. Thank you very much. It was good to hear from you. Thank you very much, my people. Stella Masevedo, thank you very much. God bless you all, my people. Biajulu, I can see you. Peggy Modi, thank you. Justina Agonaye, thank you very much. Former, thank you very much. God bless you all, my people. Dima, I can see you. Mudias Academy, thank you, my wonderful people. And God will bless you. Now we have come to the end of this broadcast. Prince Matt's Clinic, thank you very much. Thank you, my good people. And God will bless you now. Thank you very much. Now we'll draw the curtain. Mercy Foster, thank you very much. God bless you all. And those of you that came to the panel today, Madam Basin Brace, Omoyes Corner, we could not hear from you as well. You and Kash, we couldn't hear from both of you, other person as well, I guess. But thank you very much. I appreciate you all. I understand that it is. And God bless all of you. For me, I appreciate you, Madam Rita. Thank you very much for staying with us to the end. Madam Basin Brace and many, many more. Peace Soft, thank you very much. God Felix, at least you shook it come today. And God bless you, my brother. Thank you. And Moses, all the way from Nigeria, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Appreciate your submission today as well. And many others that join us today. Now God will bless all of you now. Thank you, my people. Now, yeah, we'll try more draw the curtain. It's been a long day.